Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
How is it going, everyone?
Wonderful.
Pretty good.
Good. Welcome out to
Going.
episode 12. Dodger is here today. Dodger's just going to run a little bit late, so she'll probably be here in about, I'd say, 30 minutes or so. So we'll see her then. But otherwise, she is coming. She is coming. Hello. How are we? We doing good?
Hi. Great.
I'm
How are
sleepy.
you?
Yeah,
You should
I'm
wake
also
myself up.
sleepy. Yeah.
We're all tired, so can you just make this like a nice chill episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Just kinda, like,
stress.
hang out.
No
and
thinking.
No stress.
Yeah.
Right? Is that...
We actually decided instead of doing the dungeon
Mhm.
crawl, we would instead like to watch a play, like
Yeah.
a theater
Let me just
experience.
double check my rolls. Yeah, no, it's saying that all plays are dead. Every theater
What?
just shut off for
What?
today. No, I mean you can go off and watch a play if you like. You can go off and watch a play if you like. Just the only issue is that if you do that, time will move on.
Oh,
And,
snap.
You know, if
That thing.
yeah, it's gonna kick off.
Damn it.
I know.
Cool.
Well, we can get diving into things because you got a long dungeon crawl ahead of you and quite a bit to do. So if I might be getting a bit of feedback from someone, I'm not sure whom.
Oh.
Testing.
I think it's Shane, maybe? No.
Dane.
I saw
Testing,
Shane's light
testing,
up, but Shane
testing,
might have
testing,
started to
testing.
say something.
No,
That's
nothing.
You got,
because I
yeah,
was
you
eating a
gotta go
coffee.
like, whoa!
Yeah,
Yeah, do something really loud.
That wasn't loud.
That was loud. That was really
I
loud.
don't think so.
It didn't come through. Wait, maybe it only comes through when Shane talk. I don't know. It wasn't that bad, and apparently it's gone. So we're good now.
Oh.
Has anyone got anything they want to shout out before we dive in?
Not really.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Then, let me change up the music. And we shall get started with tonight's episode. Let me just do this. I'm just going to mute a tab. Okay. Oh, why did I not play the music? All right, let's get into tonight's episode. And there it is. Rumor has it that a group of would-be adventurers, having completed all other tasks that they needed to do, gathered together, hunted down a group of bandits and killed the lot of them. In vengeance of a town, or a small village, I should say, that could not defend itself, but also in service of a greater good, to help the town of Sigenbrat. Through clues led by the bandits, you learned of a sickle mountain. In the mountain range just to the northeast of you, one of them would eventually look like a sickle, and there, in the depths of the mountain, a bandit of the united few known as Alluvian was hunting for a power beyond his means. Before setting out, you went back to town to gather whatever goods you had, along with hiring two individuals. An eager dwarga who was ready to get in there with his axes and his teeth galore, and an archer, before setting off from the town in search of an orb. We find ourselves on the road, journeying northeast toward that mountain range, following the paths and the streams and the woodlands that lead alongside it, accompanying those tall peaks that travel ever northward. You wander those dirt track roads, eyes peering upward, searching for a mountain so peculiarly shaped. It will take you the better part of a day or so to get there. one rest before you actually would arrive. Your day of travel would begin. You bought some rations, you got some basics, and you've began your walk forward. Is there anything that you'd like to do on the road this day? Imagine you're still on the pathways, on the kind of trade routes at this point. Travel between village and village and town and town.
I don't got nothing.
Okay. If you don't have anything, I'll assume you don't, and we can speed things along.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, your first day would be kind of pulling away from the town, focused on the day ahead, or the next day ahead, I should say. Night comes. Your two hirelings, along with yourselves, would start to pack up and build camp. None of you have tents or anything like that, but you do have bedrolls, and there'd be plenty of firewood around. Let's warm up your hands. Whoever wants to do any survival checks to gather any food or any firewood, or if there's anything you want to do to set up your day, your night even. Here, let's go ahead and warm up your rolls. Is anyone doing anything? Who'd be focused on what?
I can help find food. I have a proficiency in survival.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fancy.
Carlisle's also got very good survival, so he'll help out with that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do your survival check with advantage. What kind of food are you hunting for? You hunting for
Alright.
game? Are you hunting for just vegetables? Are you going for... What are you looking for? Or just
Anything that
variety?
bleeds.
Anything that bleeds.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Unnatural 20.
Hey.
Okay, unnatural 20. Doesn't take you long before you're hunting. What tool would you use to hunt?
Fucking sword just crashing.
Yeah,
through the
actually,
trees,
that's a
just
good
like
point. I
on a
think she
squirrel.
could probably use her claws, as like crazy as that might sound.
Yeah, no, you can,
The
yeah.
imagery of that, but yeah,
Can you give
just
me
kind of letting instinct take over.
Can you give me a stealth check, and I'll give you advantage on this.
Sure.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
You're small. You got this.
7.
The survival check is to see if you were successful in your hunt. The stealth check is just
Okay.
to see how graceful it was. You
Oh, okay.
put yourself through the trees, and you're slowly coming across a deer. It lifts its head. It's an adult one. It hears you and sees you coming through the bushes. Before you die out, your instinct kicking in. You charge after it. Carlo, you wouldn't be able to keep up for this moment. As you just see it kind of pushing through the trees ahead, through the woodlands, before you hear, and there's this bleat just soft in the distance. And, but quick and silent. Or V would be carrying around an entire deer on her shoulder, coming back, covered in its blood. I imagine
Well done.
a claw mark in the neck.
You're taller than V.
I think I'm gonna look around for maybe some vegetables or something. Go with all that.
Suit yourself.
Go ahead and give me a survival check, Carl.
26.
Hey.
26.
Damn.
You've already probably, as you've been following V, been picking up some mushrooms, finding some wild carrots and kind of little vegetation nearby. Maybe there'll be some abandoned farmland nearby as well, and some of their croppings have actually outgrown. You'd be able to find kind of different nuts that have fallen from trees, and they'd be nice into like pine nuts and whatnot to be cooked into a stew. But you've probably, within the time that V's already back, you've probably gathered up enough, and your journey back would also be one of pretty fruitful amounts. You get berries, nuts, and various mushrooms and carrots. Enough for a pretty hearty stew once you get back to camp.
All right.
Yay.
Anyone else want to warm up? Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Yeah, sure. Andrasa has no proficiency in anything like this. She's going to just look around for a place to, kind of rest, right?
Okay.
She just kind of imperiously looks around.
With what
the,
intent? In the intent of safety, with the intent of comfort, or with the intent
No,
of
she doesn't.
aesthetics?
comfort and aesthetics for sure.
Okay,
Just like
then it
what
won't be
looks
a
like a
survival
comfortable
check.
spot
It's
for
gonna
me
be.
to sit and look at my notes.
Then just give me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure. Okay. What, 23? She
Damn.
finds an actual chair.
If this area is safe, who cares? Who knows?
Yeah.
It is a nice outcropping. The grass here is healthy and grown large. It'll prove to be a pretty comfortable place to put your bedrolls. There's blankets of fallen leaves and flowers on the ground, having just turned autumn, which would lean for a pretty decent place to sleep for the night. And not only that, you've got a nice kind of opening atop, which would give you the perfect view of the stars as they travel over when you rest.
Oh, nice.
It's a good spot.
Yeah. All right. Well, this looks lovely, doesn't it? There's like grass and leaves, and you can sit right there. Seems good. Look, you can see the stars.
Headed spits and goes, I don't like it. Not
What?
hard enough on the ground.
It's not hard enough. Do you want me? Can you kick some leaves out of the way or something? Or do you want some rocks to like?
It'll do. It'll do. And you see him kind of just go and find the hardest kind of portion of dirt, like compact
my
it a little bit by
God.
pushing it together and placing his hands across it,
Incredible.
and sit upon it, discomforted. Is there anything anyone wants to do
Alright.
over the night?
Morgaine would go through the nightly chores of cleaning her sword, but none of that prestidigitation shit, like the proper way,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
like with a rag.
You can see the sword reacting and trying to encourage you to use the magic, and your stubbornness and your kind of your duty, your kind of scheduled mind ignores it. Cleaning your blade, going through the duties of making sure that those few things that you stick to, those small comforts, those small
Yeah, the small comforts.
yeah, this kind of thing is what focuses your mind. And
She's like leaning the sword against her shoulder and then just kind of like cleaning it from a sitting position.
the blade, though not necessarily sentient, it almost understands you after a little while. At first, it thinks it's a case of ignorance towards it. But then it realizes this is a knight performing its duty. And the sword kind of settles against you, almost rests on you. The stars come out that night. As darkness falls, pretty bright light from the sky. All of you can see around you as the kind of vibrant flowers kind of take to the night, some of them blooming only at night. You see these kind of small petals open with like a blue shade on the inside. They don't glow, but they seemingly catch the light of the stars quite well, reflect it. So the little meadow you're in, aesthetically, is a very pretty one. But the hour does grow late. And tomorrow is a big day. So if there's nothing else, you would rest away into your bedrolls. Who carves the deer up? Who's good at prep?
I feel like Carlisle knows prep.
Mm.
Whether or
Yeah.
not he'd be allowed to carve it up, or if V would want to, is a different story.
I don't think she would. She would like want you to do it. Honestly. Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like in general, Carlisle probably knows how to cook
Mm.
from like scavenge stuff well.
And I imagine where places like V comes from, it's a case of like shared tasks. She did the hunting, someone else can do the prepping, someone else can do the kind of foraging, someone else can set the firewood. So it makes sense, you know. The rest, as you carve up this meat, everyone would have a pretty hearty meal. The vegetables and the stew can burn over a soft fire. The smoke kind of attaching itself to your bedrolls and your skin in a comfortable way. Sleeping under the warmth with filled bellies. You would sleep well. What time would you wake?
What time was it when we went to sleep?
player's choice. If you want to go to bed at midnight and have, reset your schedules, if you will, you can. You'd be kind of journeying whatever time you want in the next day. You can wake up early and you can set out later. Really, it's just down to whatever you prefer. If there's any means, I mean, you're heading in toward a mountain anyway, so it's not necessarily important, but in case you've
Probably
got a
could
preference.
just reset.
Did we know how long
Yeah.
this trip would take? Yeah. It's
You knew
also-
it'd be
I
about a
think
day
we
and a
knew
bit.
there would be
Yeah.
one long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first day wouldn't matter too much then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, assumingly resetting your schedule, as Tomato says, then, you'd wake up nice and early in the morning. You can gather your things well prepped. 8 a.m., you can be out on the road again to get there probably in the next few hours. Nice and early in the morning. I'm just going to sneeze one sec.
So can you roll me a d20?
For the sneeze.
It didn't come.
No.
Oh no.
Damn
No.
it. I can roll you a d20.
Well,
Hidden or...
no, that's fine.
Okay, and then I rolled a 3 for you.
What happens on the second level of exhaustion?
Oh,
-2.
-2.
Oh yeah, because you.
God.
Mm. Okay.
Aw. Is it noticeable that you're tired? That you didn't sleep? Actually,
We can't see your
Would
eyes,
Desmond-
right?
You know,
But would
face covered,
Desmond-
we couldn't see like.
but
How big is this
Desmond
camp?
doesn't sleep,
Yeah, would I notice that you're not?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
restless.
and I only trance for about 4
Yeah.
hours.
You would
Okay.
notice.
I think when morning comes, I would go up to Carlisle then. Well, first of all, I also want to know. I don't remember last session. Did I give you the potions we found? Or did I
It
not
says
yet?
right now I have 3 potions of healing on me.
Okay.
So I'm guessing.
So I did not. So I have 4 potions of healing and 1 greater healing. I would give all of those to you
Okay.
because you use these things better, right?
7 potions of healing and 1 greater.
Reminder,
What's up-
potions can be
what's
drank on a
the,
bonus action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what's the calculation for greater? Is it 4d4?
No, don't check. Always forget. Healing potions 5e. Greater is
46 plus 4?
44
Or is
plus
it
4.
4?
44
Okay.
plus 4, yeah.
I'll do 4. So I'd first give those to you. I figure you would use these better than me.
Yeah, I can do something with that.
Also, on a side note, I'm not sure Morgane's doing so good. I don't know if it's maybe an illness or
What do you like? How so do you mean?
she's not sleeping.
They're not sleeping?
Yeah, and for you, living folk, I know that's something you'll die if you don't do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I talked to them in the inn, it seemed like they also weren't sleeping very well then.
So it's been that long?
Yeah. I mean, I could talk to them about it, but, I mean, I do know how to make a quite potent tranquilizer. I could knock them out.
Would that
Might
be
have missed their
restful
window for
or
tonight, though.
I
Maybe
just
on
hope
the
it
next
doesn't
one.
come back to bite us, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could have a word with them right now.
I would figure you're the
Carlisle would
most
waste much
charitable
time.
one here.
I think as well, Morgane would have been awake before Andrasa tranced and then after, and because she only trances for about 4 hours, she absolutely would
noticed
be
him.
like, would say something.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Morgane, did you just... Was this not a good spot I picked? Were you just on watch most of the night?
Oh no, I slept somewhat.
Did you?
Yes.
Just... Oh, all right. I saw you awake and I thought, well, I don't know, this spot seemed quite good, but I don't really know how to pick one, so I thought maybe you were just kind of quietly keeping it to yourself that I chose a very terrible area.
I'm sure it's a great spot.
Ah, fantastic. All right, then.
As you wander, Morgaine, the darkness that fills your eyes start to fill with memories of your dream. You hear the echoing sound, so familiar to you, of your footsteps descending the dreadful. But it's quiet, like everyone was at rest. But the dreadful never sleeps. People don't, despite being in the darkest place on the world, barely rest there. It is said only those keepers that keep it are the ones who get a good night's rest. But for some reason it's quiet, and you just keep seeing the same image over and over of your footsteps wandering down and down. A voice that's unintelligible. It's something. It's calling for you, but you don't know what it's saying. It's like hearing a whisper from 1,000 miles away. You are trying to make out the words, but every single syllable just sounds too soft. But it draws you. Like a father being called by a daughter, you need to hear what it's saying, but you can't get close. And every time you start to rush, your mind rushes, but your foot just takes the step. And then your next foot takes the next step, slowly. As if your body not reacting to your mind. It's maddening. The closer you get to the voice, the earlier the dawn becomes. And everyone is awake around you. And the sounds keep you from focusing on that dream. Not necessarily a nightmare one to keep you riling your sleep, but one that keeps you from truly sleeping because all you want to do is go back to rest, to find out what it's saying. These images replay in your eyes, in your mind, continuously. But the morning breeze is a cold one. Unusually cold for this time, but it might be because you're closed in on the base of the mountain, a little bit higher up in elevation. The cold bites you, kind of reminding you you're in the real world now. You've got a task today. Tired as you are, focus must be put ahead. It is within minutes of setting away from your camp that you start to see the kind of baselines of the mountains themselves. You start seeing the rocks jagged on the ground around you, and the pathway somewhat tipsy-turvy as it's kind of now almost arching to the side. You're walking almost adjacent to the mountains, keeping on a kind of a lower ledge, following them round. Occasionally your feet would slip as rocks kind of collapse down the hill below you, but the mountains to your side climb decently high. They're not the tallest range, but high enough that it would take quite the hike to get up to the top of them, and a climb. But where you are at the baseline, you're still just beside the trees, maybe kind of midway up the trees on your elevation. But at this point, you can see across the mountains ahead of you. You know you're going to be wrapping around and spending your few hours of travel here before ever getting to the sickle portion of this mountain. With your two hirelings in check, they keep quiet, they follow orders, they come with you. It would probably be about 11 a.m. You come around one of the corners, you see a kind of a softer, flatter pathway that leads downward, and you have to avoid it. It's going to lead you down through the trees and off to the next town. You've been using some of this pathway as you've been going along the bottom of these mountains, but now, finally, you see an awkward path, one that's not really been trodden, but one that you could probably build yourselves with careful foot, that leads around the mountain. And in the distance, perhaps more poetic in its description, awkwardly so, you can see a mountain that has been carved unnaturally to have a turn and almost like a crooked nose as it goes around. This sickle-shaped mountain is kind of resting in the distance. You can meander your way towards it and eventually arrive at the mountain. But there is no means of walking up here. There's no trade route, there's no pathway. whatever this jutting portion of the mountain is, whatever rests upon its peaks within its summit, or within the halls, it's not one that's been ventured toward. It's not one that's particularly visited. So, about 11 a.m., you find yourselves looking up below the sickle as it casts a shadow down in the shape. Truly, the shadow itself looks more like a sickle than the mountain does. You can see it passing across the tops of the trees just now below you as you're at the right elevation. But you've kind of got a flattened wall next to you. And on that wall, you would see pitons and kind of rope already dangling down. There seems to be some sort of flatter area up the top, but it's going to be about a 40-foot climb. A couple of the ropes descend. They've pulled up some of the ones at the top. You can probably get halfway with the ropes that are there now. 20 foot up. You find yourselves at the base there. How are you climbing? What's your strategy when you get there?
Oh man.
I can say to you right now, there is no check when you climb with a rope, but it does only go to the 20-foot mark. Whatever they use to get to the next 20 foot, they've obviously pulled that portion up. They just left this portion down.
Do we have supplies that we could use? Like if one of us with really good athletics, maybe me, went up the rest of the way with like a rope and secured it, would that help the others get all the way up?
Yeah. If you've got rope enough, you can drop it down to that portion. They can just go across it. You just have to get up the last 20 feet to make sure you can
I can also try to make this easier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking I want to make a gadget using a rope and an arrow for my crossbow to make sort of a grappling hook to shoot it
That's
at
a great
the top
idea.
to help the first person get up there better, and then they could secure it easier.
Okay.
It would take 1 minute to make it, and then after that, we just go.
Okay. Do you want to describe how you do it?
Yeah, I think so. I want to just take one of my crossbow arrows, sort of break another one in half, and attach it so it prongs at the end.
Okay.
And then secure the. I could do a rope, but also, how long is the unbreakable line in case we could use that too?
I would say probably 20 feet. In total, it's not massively long. It was shallow fishing designed for.
Yeah. Okay, I think I would use regular rope then.
Okay.
Because that would not be long enough. And just hope it doesn't snap.
Hold on. Let me check something. Actually, I would say it's closer to 30 feet. 30 feet makes more sense. I was just looking up fishing lines and kind of seeing shadow fishing lines, and they're usually between 30 to 40. But because this is a unique material, I probably won't put it on the higher end. It'll be 30-ish. So we'll say 30 feet for the sake of going forward. But okay, you can use regular rope still if you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Attach that together.
Would you want me to make an attack roll to see
Yeah.
if
do
I
you know
get
what?
the top?
Good idea. Yeah. See if you can
Because
get a
I'm
nice
shooting
hooking.
it still.
Yeah, because you've got to find something to attach to. Let's see how skilled your shot is. Let's go for it.
Mm-hmm. Can I take as much time as I can to get advantage on the shot if I take a good 20 seconds to aim?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'll make that a rule in combat. If you want to take 5 turns aiming, you'll get yourself advantage.
Cool.
Worth it.
Hang on.
21.
21. You take your time. It's kind of this quiet silence as you're slowly focusing your aim. And you hear it scrape at the top until it snags. You can test it. Seems strong, sturdy.
All right, V, I figure you go up first. Maybe once you get up there, tie it around a rock to make sure it doesn't fall. Then we all take turns getting up.
All right.
Okay. You can grasp it. Give me an athletics check just to kind of genuinely just be a bit careful as you're climbing up. Because the only dangerous one is this kind of hooked rope. but it's going to be a
Okay.
low DC because the roll was very good.
21.
You test its weight. You know where to adjust yourself. You find the footholds as you're climbing to help alleviate some of the weight that would be pressured onto the rope. And you find yourself getting towards the top. You climb over, and there's a flat summit. A campsite at the top. Your instincts would kick in. Like in a moment of, we found them. And then you realize it's kind of abandoned. There's a flattened portion of the mountain up ahead of you, 50 feet away. A series of these tents kind of set up wherever they can, and bedrolls lying against it, mostly away from the cliffside. And you can see where they've kind of got their pittons at the top, where they've kind of pushed them straight into the ground, metal hooks to allow their ropes to kind of hang, and some of the ropes that have coiled at the top. There are other larger rocks and kind of pieces of or boulders that have fallen from the tops of the mountain that have kind of crashed down here and kind of embedded themselves that you could also use to secure. But the metal kind of almost pittons themselves already kind of hammered in and ready to be used. So you can attach it to that for definite use for everyone, so that no one has to make a check.
I'll do that for sure.
Okay, yeah, you can wrap it across there and allow everyone to make their way up the top, which I assume everyone is going to do.
Yep.
You'd all see the summit. This flatter area, or not, sorry, I keep saying summit. It's more of a flatter platform. It's not the top of the mountain. It's one kind of canopy almost on your way towards the top. The mountainside itself or below you was kind of almost jagged, so it's hard to see how high up you are, but you're definitely way above the trees at this point. You find yourselves seeing probably a campsite built for the 60 or 70 people that might have come up this way. You can see where some patches of grass and bushes have kind of grown through some of the rocks, defying the weight of the stone around it. But the mountainside is flat here. It curls around almost like the mouth of a cave, but there is no entrance to a cave. It is just pure kind of stone on the wall. The camp doesn't look like it was rushed or pulled away from. But go ahead, actually, give me some perception checks, and I'll give you some more details on how much information you garner.
15.
15 as well.
Okay.
18, huh?
18.
With a -1?
Good roll.
Nice,
Maybe it's because
Steve.
you're on edge. Maybe, this is a case of
I am. I
you're
definitely
hunting
am.
a large portion of people. Your instincts are kicking in. That's the kind of nature of when an arachnophobe is around a spider, they're going to be more hyper aware to see it.
Oh my god, yes.
You have this kind of moment where you're just looking around, seeing, okay, are we about to be ambushed? But it was clearly abandoned fairly recently. You can see that people have packed up most of their things, and if they've gone anywhere, they've taken a lot of their things with them. But I would say with the perception check and given you've got a decent amount of wisdom, you can probably apply the logic that if they were traveling further, they would have packed up their things. They wouldn't have. If there's no rush to say they got attacked and had to run away, and their tents are still up and around, meaning they must have been close. They must have gone somewhere close and brought the supplies they had with them. With that perception check and the other ones included, you'd also see that some of the grass near the portion of the mountain has withered and has died. It's kind of wilted away. And also by the mountain wall, to one corner in the shadow of the mountain itself, is a pile of 10 to 15 bodies. Though not like the bandits you saw before, these ones have been delicately kind of piled around. Their bedrolls being used as almost like a means of a body bag and placed to one side. Cared for. But no signs of people.
How big is the withered area? Is it like a definite shape, or is it like? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
like, is it a circle? Is it a like? Does it look
Give
like
me
it
an
would be from a
investigation check.
spell? Do you know what is what really what I'm going for? All right.
Unless you're doing Arcana, if you want to look into the actual like, does it
I
look
think she would-
magical in nature? You can, if that's what you.
I think she would probably do an Arcana check.
Okay,
Unnatural 20.
you guys are rolling hot. It looks like it's kind of in this almost semicircle, and the grass is pulled back towards you as if like a dark breeze had hit against it coming out of the mountain. But again, the mountain's just a flat surface.
Sure.
But yeah, it definitely has kind of wilted away, and it looks fairly recent as well.
Okay, I would communicate that. Take a peek at the bodies, I guess,
Yeah.
as well.
Okay, you go do
Carlisle's close enough. I think you'd want to medicine check those bodies to see if they were what killed them.
The first thing you notice as you pull away, go ahead and do your medicine check, because you would see this regardless of the medicine check.
24 medicine.
But you rolled a 24 medicine, so I can give you all the information. The first thing you see when you pull back the body bag is each of the faces. Their last moment is one of pure fear. Their mouths opened in almost a screaming motion, their jaws looking almost unhinged with how much they've pulled back. Their eyes lolled back and white. No rotting. Rigor mortis is begun to set in, but this would have happened within the last 2-3 days tops. A couple of the older bodies, closer to a week old. One's at the bottom of the pile. I mean, whoever was here attempted something continuously. With obviously some ill results to the unfortunate few. But the weirdest thing about them, the strangest thing, is that all of their blood inside has turned to ink.
Ink. Okay. Carlisle would convey that all their blood was now ink. Not really sure I've heard of anything that turns anyone's blood to ink when it kills them. Yeah, ink.
Is it like
Okay.
your
Really?
familiar? Tech will say to Andrasa.
Welcome in, Dodger.
Hi.
I think probably Sestina would blob on over to one and sort of like start inking around, just
Mhm.
like, what? It's ink.
Like they do.
Have I heard of anything that would do that? Like any magical spell or effect, I guess?
Or an Arcana check.
All right. Only a 16. Unless I can add my thing. Historical magical lore. You know, I'm just going to ask you if I can add it all the time.
Yes, you can.
Hey, okay, 21.
Your mind flicks back. To school. You're thinking about the teachings that you've undergone. You're thinking about those lessons of theory that were embedded into you. No spell that you can think of had anything to do with ink, but one of the things you would have had to learn is magical study of the time of stars, and prior to that, in ancient history studies, there's a mythological story. One where it should be absurd. One of the sun children. Death. He was known to do that. As an adversary of blood. And a lover of writing. However this has happened, it might be an homage to Death himself. Or someone attempting to use his magic. Mimic it. Or perhaps it is just genuinely his magic.
All right. Indrasa would relay that. I don't. It might have something to do with death. Looks at V. Death doesn't really like blood. Don't be alarmed. If it was a thing, we'd replace it with ink. So.
Death would do that.
Right. It's a really old story that was, Time of Stars and before that, so it's not like we have proof or anything, right? I just sort of remember that. But, there's a withered patch on the ground here that also, I don't know. That looks like it maybe came from the mountain itself. So, Sir Morgaine, do you see anything on these bodies? Like, do you see any, I don't know, magical residue or anything, sort of aura?
You, Sir Morgaine, would see a few things. In the vicinity of the bodies, you would find necrotic magic kind of covering them. Almost as if it's kind of filled their bodies. You can get the outlines of their bodies through their blood. The ink itself is, though literally ink, is formed from necrotic energies. It's almost transmuted from them. So it's kind of an element of the mix between transmutation and necromancy in there. You'd also see these kind of fleeting lights coming from the mountain. Like plumes of like almost like smells coming from a freshly baked pie. It looks like steam kind of slowly just coming out of the mountain. You get these almost soft glows of, I'd say they're white. Just general magic. Innate.
Okay. Yeah. Morgaine would kneel down. Necromancy. I see necromancy. And this mountain is teeming with magical energies.
Well, we know it's a cave for a prelux god of some sort, right? Maybe this is... death.
Perhaps. The sigil of the house Lex is a goat's horn dripping with ink, but we're too far away for House Lex.
Do the bodies look like they were the bandits, I assume, right? And like, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like, were they trying to get in and then they like got blasted and all their blood turned to ink, and that can happen to us if we step in the wrong spot.
This could be you.
Give me a general wisdom check.
Can I also do this check? Because I was also wondering this.
Yeah,
So
go
good at
ahead.
these,
Do a wisdom
so-
check each. Just a standard kind of wisdom check.
What's this
Not good
for?
at those, but I'll do it anyway.
Essentially,
To try to figure out.
using
sorry, you
logic.
go.
It's a logic check, if you will.
No.
To kind of-
Oh, we're so terrible.
We're both like,
you might be being too analytical at the time.
Jack, what do you think it is?
I'll tell you this: they are wearing fairly inexpensive garb, and it all looks kind of linens and basic kind of clothes, tailored clothes, but nothing that looks like it's anything special. It's no armor. Looks like ordinary people.
Sorry.
piled up.
yeah, I just love that Indrasa and Tak are the ones that looked at these people and were like, they look poor.
I was just thinking that
Definitely
too.
so
poor
fucking
people.
I don't know. I can't tell anything. What is that? Like a rough
Holy
linen or
shit.
something? Is that a
I don't
muslin?
know.
Who wears that?
God.
They need better sailors, though. I could tell you that right now.
Actually, iconic.
Could I feel
have
for
tears
any
in my
like
eyes.
wounds, like how they died?
Mm.
Yeah, go ahead and just give me a general. Say, I mean, if you're just reaching your hand around them, this would just be an investigation check.
Okay. 20.
Hey.
There are no entry points. There's no stabbing, no piercing, no bludgeoning, no breaking of bones. It seems as if kind of they were facing forward towards something, and the magic flowed through them.
They have no
Oof.
wounds to speak of. It's almost as if their blood was transmuted in an instant.
Well, they did say that anybody who comes up here to try and get into this mountain doesn't come back, right? That's what we were told. Potentially, this is one of the reasons why. We just don't know what caused it.
Right. We don't see any entry point to a cave or anything at this level, right? We just see.
You're at this kind of almost platform, mountains kind of wrapping inward, and it kind of pretty far up ahead of you, way up above you. It starts to curl back around and kind of join with the other mountains, but you just seem to be on a kind of a platform with just a flattened surface on the mountainside. Like a wall of stone.
Right. And then where it was withered and whatever, does the mountain face just look the same as the rest of the mountain face?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's like something that's gonna shoot out and like.
Nothing that you can see. I'll let you do a check of some kind if you want to go and look at. You can look at perception check if you want to kind of study the wall, or investigation check if you're going to do a deep study across it and you're like looking around for any traps and whatnot. But on a general look through your passive perception, just seems like the side of a mountain.
I'll try a like investigation check. Why not? Right? She'd be very puzzled by that.
Go for it.
Nope, only a 10. I just don't know what this is.
Tracing a mountain. It's nothing to find.
I don't know. It's a mountain.
Amazing.
And that's the end of the dungeon, guys.
Yeah. GG.
Turns around, goes home. It's just there's no way in. Climbs back down rope.
Your orb is gone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we couldn't find it.
Morgan's gonna approach the wall and kind of the stone, so the mountain, kind of touch it. How does it feel? Is it cold? Does it feel like regular stone?
I'd say for you, when you step up to the mountain, due to having your innate ability, you would see the outline of a glow. When you go close to the kind of flattened portion of it, in the shape of a door, hidden away, there is magic on this wall.
Okay.
White glow.
Yeah, she'd like trace her fingers along the stone until she
Actually,
found
not
what she
white
thought
glow.
was the door.
It would be, it wouldn't be a white glow. It would be...
Are you Googling your color list?
I don't Google, I look at our pin messages. Is orange.
I
An
have it
orange
in
glow.
Here. Transmutation magic. She'll like trace the line with a finger.
Oh. Does it match where the like blast came out? Or what we surmise is a blast coming out, a semicircle of witheredness on the ground?
Not necessarily. It's just a door in shape at the moment. But it's, it's technically, the semicircle is in front of it, around it. So it might have emanated from this. But there's no trap holes or like a dragon's mouth to spew it from. It's quite literally just the shape of a door.
Right, well spotted, Sir Morgaine. I'm concerned about this bit on the ground that maybe did something to whoever was standing there. So, one, how do we open the door? Two, how do we make sure we don't get inked? If that's what happened to them.
Yo, I'm gonna cut my hand and place it on the door.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
The
my God.
second
Oh my God.
going to
Yeah.
step aside.
Yeah. The second you start to do
going
one,
to
Takes
be
a
V,
big step backward.
V was
You're
already
just
on the
gonna do that.
outskirts, but she is like as far away as possible
Get
now.
away from the blast zone.
You're just okay.
Cut your hand. Press it to the wall. And your blood just trickles against it.
Oh,
Oh my
Nothing
God.
happens.
Nothing happens.
Fucking hell.
V's gonna lick that
Okay.
up now.
I got
All
little
right.
Such a
nasty
waste.
freak.
Worth a shot.
Can-
I was curious as to why they would want to take their blood in the first place. I thought perhaps it
Hmm.
might be the key.
Hmm. Since I'm far away, can I look around the like leftover tents or anything like for any piece of writing, journal, something?
I'll ask you this. Are you doing it quite quickly or are you spending some time? Changes the
She'd probably
DC.
spend some time. She wants to be away from the bodies and all of that. She looks actually for the first time scared.
Roll
So-
me a perception check or an investigation check, your breath.
Okay. Ooh. Not good at either of those, but better at perception at least. 17.
Whoa.
You start looking through the campsite. You searching through belongings, looking at different things. You see most of the bedrolls were taken inside.
Okay.
Packs were left over, but usually of things which wouldn't necessarily seem necessary to take wherever they went next.
Okay.
But you eventually do come across the kind of closer to the corpse side of things. A tent that has no bedroll in it, but instead has a kind of a small chest, empty, but on top of it, pages of kind of parchment and notes pulled together. In common, you can see a series of descriptions. Tests. There seems to be almost like someone's note-taking as they perform something. It goes through because it's going to be many different sheets. There's no handout, but what you'd read is kind of the general means of it is words like, the first time we tried the door, 5 died. We were more cautious after that. We tried different methods. We tried to mine through the side, but impossible. We went around the outside. We tried climbing over the mountain, all these other things. Eventually, you start to see like a page where it starts giving some general guesses of passwords. Our magi could see there was a door, but we didn't know how to make it appear. We tried different things. We used our history, all this other stuff. And circled at the bottom, translations above for a language you're not familiar with. Well, maybe. What languages do you speak?
Deep speech and common.
You're not familiar with it. It seems to be common with a series of words put against and letters, almost like someone's trying to translate a language, but the language you're not familiar with. One of them is kind of deeper set, and the other one seems to me almost hieroglyphic in its style.
Okay.
But in those languages, they've circled in the 2 different languages 2 bits you can't read.
Okay. She'll take all the papers and come out of it was inside of that tent, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they were. She'll come out and she'll kind of grunt for the rest of the group and she'll like lay the papers out on the grass to like show everyone.
Yeah, Taco, come look.
This could be something.
Do any of us?
You can take.
Can
You
we
can
just
take.
read
I'll
it?
tell you what. You can take through some sheets and you can look at it. What languages does everyone speak?
Celestial abyssal speech.
Celestial.
Common,
Celestial.
infernal.
Elvish, Golka,
Purple.
Dwarven, and Common.
I also have comprehend languages. If no one can read it.
Oh.
Ooh.
But if someone can read it.
Desmond, what do you speak?
Just common and abyssal.
No one is able to read it as text. However, if someone were to describe to Morgan, it is one of the languages she speaks.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
interesting.
Have to describe the shapes. Of
I mean, assuming that Morgaine would,
Oh,
if
can you?
yeah.
Can you read in any manner?
But-
Morgan, have you ever been taught to do it magically, or do you only know the language as a spoken language?
Mm.
Can you minor
it's-
illusion the letters and she could see them?
She
Oh,
would have
because
learned
the
it
shape of
through
the
Braille.
magic.
Oh,
So
that's so
if
smart.
That's so smart.
if it was drawn or carved into something,
Ooh, if it
she
was
could figure
textured,
out
yeah.
what they were.
Okay.
Or if you minor illusion, you can read the magic shape.
That too. Ooh, that's smart.
That's
I have
so
minor
smart. I think
illusion,
that
though. I
was
can do that.
I
yeah.
wrote it.
You guys brought that up.
Okay. You can minor illusion the letters and kind of spell them out.
Mm.
Any other portions of the sheets you can look through as well. If anyone wants to look through those, just give me a general investigation check, and that'll be to give you some more information. But that can be like clues to this.
Only a 12.
The letters that are
Is
spelled
my
out to
familiar
you.
to give me advantage on those?
Yeah, you can.
17.
Okay, I'll get onto that one after this one then. The letters that are kind of read out to you and kind of pierced in front of you, these minor illusions, they go through the alphabet and kind of go slowly through until you get to the letter and show you what they look like, and kind of build it up as the words. Or I suppose you could make the entire word as minor illusion. You'd see that they were speaking Infernal. It was translated into Infernal, an old Celestial language. As much as Celestial is used as more common, this is kind of a more ancient version. The devils and the angel sun children often use the same language. They circled 3 words, as if to suggest this is the password. Wilt and wither. Spoken in Infernal. Should get you through. Or at least move things along.
Okay. Morgaine would use 1 hit point from lay on hands to like seal the wound on her hand. Right, I think I have it. Hopefully,
Alright.
I do have it, or my blood might become ink.
Yeah, to be clear, there's not much I can do about that if that happens.
I don't have blood. Can you just tell me what to do and I'll try?
Oh.
I guess I could. Morgaine will walk over to Desmond and whisper the phrase in
The whole mountain
Infernal
shakes. We die.
Yeah.
into his ear, or where his ear should be.
Okay. You hear the words.
I would
vibrating
go
to
up, yeah. I'll try to repeat it as best as I can.
you. Okay. You speak the words. Wilt and wither. One thing you'd be learning in Drust at the same time. This person, there is more information with another role, but that will come later. That would take more time. Let's see if you get stuck on the next section. But the first general means of it is you can see the descriptions of how they realized getting the password wrong beyond this point. The door would react, and necrotic energies would fire out. Couple of people survived with some general burns, or at least kind of like almost like rotten layers of flesh on them. But for those who could not survive the kind of outburst of magic, they would drop to the ground, their blood would turn to ink. The theory on the paper is perhaps death wishes us to use our fallen to write warning messages so that none would try the door again. Almost like kind of
I will.
the author's morbid jokes and curiosity.
I will relay that to everyone. It seems like it's rather important we don't get it wrong from here on out. No pressure.
The door starts appearing now. To all of you to see what Morgaine saw, but this time realized. You can see on the side, large flat mountainside, a door maybe 15 feet high, 8 feet wide, starts appearing through portions of light. The door itself mimics almost kind of this archway with a general seams of just like vines going up through it, or veins going through this door. There is no idea of, or no kind of seeming door handle. But in the center of the door, coming down, translated into whatever language you prefer, you see a poem appear on the wall. Never to be opened, for death refused. Inside thy prison, wither the accused. Gaze upon thy eternal damnation, he who defies light's salvation. To wilt, yet forbidden from release, may thy body long for decease, and sleep belongs only to they. Radiant hearts beat with the light of day, eternally thou imprisoned away. And I will post it to you guys.
I was gonna say, will you post
Yeah,
that
well, I'll
to us?
post it every time. This is the poem you should not get wrong, by your logic.
Someone's trapped in there, right? Inside thy prison. What is this, like a older prison in the Dread Vault or something?
Mm-hmm.
He who defies light's salvation. All right, so someone's kept in there, what, not dead yet. And they'd like to be, I assume, because it's been a very long time.
The intention, yeah, is they'd be there so long that they want to
Right.
die.
And so does this mean do they anger death if death refused release?
Hmm.
Maybe, I don't know.
It says they were accused of something. Yes?
Mm-hmm. You defies light's salvation. Would that kind of ping anything for any of us as far as like lore around the kind of Luxian religion?
Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Sam, you're muted. You've been muted.
Seven.
Sorry, I was going to say, would there be any tales among knights of something similar to this? Stories they pass down of the houses?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
21 religion.
21 religion.
Nope.
I
Death?
don't think I would know anything like this.
What are you're trying to learn if there's any notion of which portion?
Wait, did you guys not hear me say the nightmare thing?
Oh, no.
No,
We're
what?
muted.
Oh, Morgaine said whoever's in there is asleep. The poem spells nightmare. The first letter.
Oh my god,
shit.
it does.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
GG.
Oh, shit.
Dang.
Nice.
Smart.
I was thinking a sort of like lore check or something about any story of someone defying the light, you know, like some, I don't know, named anti-hero or something, kind of.
With that religion general check, then, I will say Death was one of the Sun Children. 13 at first there were. They were sent by Kyver to battle the Elder Three. The three old gods that lived upon the land. Anguish, Oblivion, and Domination. Of those three, Anguish brought 3 children of its own. Oblivion brought 1, and Domination brought 3. The only child that Oblivion committed to the battle was Shadow. Anguish brought decay, pestilence, and rage. Domination brought blood, desire, and nightmares. These were the enemies of the 13 Sun Children. The battle between Kyver's children and the Elder Three's children was one of an infinite time ago. One of God's.
Okay.
Or the children thereof.
So probably Nightmare?
Right.
So is Nightmares trapped in there?
Maybe.
Maybe. So, all right. Nightmare is one of the children of Domination. Sir Morgaine rightly figured out it spells nightmare, which would point towards that being this being the prison of Nightmare? What's that? Seems like a bad idea to go in there and let them out. But
I don't
also,
understand what the intention is.
so this Lady Whisper, right, knows that this place is here,
Yeah.
tells Illuvian and everyone else, oh, come with me and we'll break into a mountain and you can have... We don't know because she kept whispering, but presumably quite a bit of power and something, right? You let out a child of Domination, and it seems like they'd owe you something in return. Maybe that is the... Who the hell is this Lady Whisper? Some
She's definitely...
crazy old woman who just...
I mean, do any of us know what these gods look like? She could be one of them, trying to get a sibling back or a cousin. But then why would she need people, I guess?
Maybe she can't get... Well... Okay, we know it spells nightmare. We can guess at what's in there. Now, how do we open the door? Do we just... If we get it wrong, we're inked.
Would we need to say the word in the language that Sir Morgaine knows again? Or is it just nightmare?
Looks that door when V says that. Does anything happen?
Oh God, I wasn't saying it. We've said it before.
I know we have. We've said it like 80 times. Nightmare,
No, but
nightmare,
it's really funny
nightmare.
if you get inked because you said
No. It's like her worst nightmare.
No more
I
blood,
would
sorry.
I'll tell you
I
this.
would withdraw some of your blood and write with it in your honor.
Thanks.
Yeah, anytime.
You have been saying the words out loud and nothing's happened.
Okay.
Right.
It's
So
gotta be in full.
Is there anything? I assume you would have said if there was with the checks that we got, but in the papers that are there, do they continue to write about other things that they tried or were planning to try?
You can continue to check through them. I will get you to do an investigation check. Essentially, this is the bit I typed up to you guys earlier, which is the idea that this is to search for a clue, if you will. If you're unsure on a puzzle's answer, you can kind of do this investigation check. I'll set a DC. Depending how far over the DC is how quickly you'll get to that information. So you could spend up to 30 minutes just looking through the papers, trying to find anything if you roll just on the DC. If you roll under the DC, I might give you some tiny clues to help move you along, but it's...
Okay.
Or you can spend an hour to ignore a roll. If you just want to guarantee that you get the clues, but it takes the most amount of time. So if you'd like to look through the papers, it is an investigation check.
Are the papers written in can
Mostly
we spread
common.
them out on the
It's
ground?
them
All right, I think
translated.
we
It
would-
was their common translated into Infernal and another language,
Okay.
which seems to almost be dealer's choice.
Interchangeable,
Yes.
maybe.
I feel like we'd kind of spread them out, right? So everyone can kind of see.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what.
Okay, I can lower the
What we had
DC
done,
based on
yeah.
that. If you want to spend your time doing that.
I have a thing. Oh no, it's just I research information twice as fast. I guess that won't necessarily help here.
Just sorry, Joe, for clarity. Are we like, is this one of those situations where we need to bank on like one person's investigation roll, or we all get to investigate and it takes the same amount of time?
You'll be doing the investigation check with the +2 to the roll and the advantage. Because you're all joining in together. Our kind of group check roll is one person added on gives you advantage. For every other person gives you a +1. I'll say we'll go up to +3. So you get to do an advantage check with a +3 on top.
Okay. I only have a +4.
I have a +7.
I have a -1,
Probably
so
are.
not me.
Yeah, Carlisle's got
Negative
no
one.
investigation skills, but he will.
All right.
This is just your baseline, who you're relaying the information through almost.
All right. I'll keep reading, I guess.
Yeah,
get
let's go through and
advantage.
Go ahead and do an
Also-
investigation check with a +3
And
You got
guidance,
this.
just in case.
and advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll do guidance as well.
That's 20.
There we go. And that
Nice,
20.
Beautiful.
Shit.
So I also did write up before that if you get a nat 20, instead of taking any time, it takes the round, the 6 seconds. Within 6 seconds, if you all just work together,
Amazing.
you each find words and kind of pass it across and hand it to each other. You would
Like
learn.
we all find a clue.
Yeah, you just kind of all hand it in. You've worked at the information entirely. You see notes, and now with some information of what to look for, you can see their first kind of ponderings are on the idea of what death was like, what death would do as an answer, what try to get into his kind of mindset, looking into their religion, their knowledge of that, the scholarly people among them. You know that oftentimes death was known for not being for being way too straightforward and not actually looking for an answer, being fun with his wordplay, choosing to hide secrets within words. They start to look for words. You can see them start circling different attempts, damnation, salvation, and then one of them writes down the letters at the front of each of the sentences. That's when they stop circling any other words and then start talking about their attempts. Infernal, speaking aloud. And then the bottom one said, "Of course it is. We're in. Of course death needed to pave the way. With their ink, may our answers be found."
I was wondering if we had to do something with the ink.
Mm-hmm. Yuck.
Blech. Everyone just takes a moment like, ew. Gross.
Nobody liked that.
Everyone disapproves.
So the door as it is it just outlined,
Yeah.
or is a door there?
There, it's outlined in as far as it looks almost like a projection on the wall, but it is emanating with magic. There's no kind of seams or anything like that. There is a
Okay.
little spot just below all of the words, which would
Mm.
be a fitting place.
Hmm.
Still gross.
So maybe we outline the door in ink.
No, I think we write nightmare in ink.
Oh, I see.
Do we need to write it in infernal or common? Was that
Is
In
What
the
what's
language
written up
you
did
there?
you-
speak.
What language did you see the poem in?
it was
That
common,
was
right?
common.
It was
Did it see
anyone's favorite language.
It
Oh.
wasn't common for me. so
Oh,
I assume
that's right.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. That's right. All right.
Hmm.
Also, it says in their notes that they tried saying things in infernal versus not. So
It would have said in the notes that was me being specific. Every language they
Yeah.
tried. Spoken words didn't
okay.
work. That's what they said.
Okay.
you just write it as you understand it. Then
Okay. Tack will try writing nightmare in ink.
From one of the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia Quill.
Tack's already like dipped their finger in
alright.
and is just like,
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
messy.
Painting the wall. The ink fades into the stone. The light glows stronger and stronger as you feel magic emanating from a vibrance before. And almost like snapping of wishbones, the mountain separates. Small portions of the stone looking like ribs being torn open as the doorway opens and a hall stands before you. The vault of death is open.
Ooh.
This is
Alright.
fine.
Well done,
Right.
everyone.
Is it lit? Is it just dark?
It is pitch dark in there.
It looks
Let me see.
horrible in there. I'm really glad we're all doing this.
Hmm.
Yes, this is fine. Is it magical dark or it's just dark?
Just dark. This is not a place of maintained torches and candelabras.
I don't know. They don't have anyone maintaining anything. This is ridiculous. Just bring our own torches.
Says the noble.
They have people for this. All right, are we ready? We're just gonna head
can-
into the world
You
of
can see
death.
your hirelings will just kind of step back the entire time, like fold their arms, waiting, and just kind of staring with the wide eyes, going, "We're going in
Alright,
there."
Yeah, come on, let's go.
yeah.
We've opened it. Next step, go in.
I lived my whole
Come
life
on,
under
then.
the mountains. That place gives me the
Right.
creeps.
That's what we brought you for. Come on then.
Aye.
It'll be fine.
He kind of readies his two hand axes and begins
Also-
walking in.
People already went in, right? So maybe they've triggered all the traps already. If we're
Aye.
lucky.
Kind of looks
Yeah.
at the dead bodies. He steps towards the door. I'm sure that's
Everything is going to be fine. This is fine.
Roll a persuasion check for me, just for the sake of our dear old Archer, who had spent his
Oh,
life
a nat
hunting.
20.
Oh yeah. Wow.
20.
Nice roll.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
God, come on.
Hell yeah.
You see the nerves of Dallin the Archer subside. Like, there's a sense of, you've turned his fear
shoulders.
into a sense of adventure. Like, he was doubting in his mind this idea of like, oh, I'm just an archer who, I just hunt game or hunt creatures. I once fought an owlbear. And now you've turned this idea of going into a mountain into a, think of the stories. It'll be fine. The traps are done, and they're fully fine. They will
He's
not.
gonna die.
They will not be administering any fear effects on this guy. The other guy's fine. He's a veteran, whereas that unnecessary was.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Carlisle's just got that dad energy, dude.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
if your dad tells you it's fine, you're like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess that's sure.
Come on, honey, just try it. Okay.
So, Are you heading into the mountain?
Yeah.
Yep.
You begin wandering in. Can I get your order? This is wide enough for
I knew you were gonna
like a
ask
few
this.
people to walk
Mhm.
along. I would say the hallways are a good like 30 feet wide at some portions, so you can walk in a big line. You can walk one by one, single file. What is your walking order?
I think Andrasa would be towards the front because she is down to like figure out a mystery and like investigate. But she would have enough presence of mind to be like, maybe I shouldn't go first.
We need Morgane in front. She might see things that the rest of us don't. But
True.
obviously, we need someone else there
Carlisle
to see the rest.
usually takes second, just because I already know perception very good. I got very high perception. So.
Let me do you a solid.
Do
Mhm.
you have a map?
Well, I'm just gonna make one for you guys to put your
No.
turn order on.
We're getting the Joe special.
Yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah.
No.
Here we
Love
go.
it.
Oh, good
Blank white. I'm not even gonna show
Aw.
this to the chat. This is just so I get an idea for your turn order.
Mhm.
I'm gonna draw a little rectangle right in the center. Can you see this map? This white map?
Yeah.
If your kind
Blinding.
of order was like, if your rectangle was like this, go ahead and put yourselves on top is the front, bottom is the bottom. So you can get an idea of like
Okay.
if you're single file, if you're side by side, etc. Don't worry, chat, you're not missing much. This is just so I know where they are on the map.
Think about here's these.
I
Okay.
guess, yeah, Carlisle would take the other side of
And
the
then I'll
Yeah.
give you guys
And then
Dallin and Henid.
Whoa.
Front with you.
I'm once again holding on to V because I can't see shit in here.
Yeah, you guys can both hold on to my cape if you want.
Cute.
I can also cast the light cantrip at any point, but I wasn't sure if.
I want to stay sort of not.
Yeah,
No,
that's.
it's stay dark.
I kind of
Sneaky.
felt like we should just enter in darkness first, just to suss it out.
You step into the mountain. You begin walking into the darkness. Those who can't see will be walking into a pitch dark hall. Those who can and see the darkness as shades of grey will see the halls are lined with an almost undefined runestone, which makes it look like the rocks on the walls have never cracked or crumbled or been mined into or collapsed from any portion of weight. It looks smooth, as if someone's almost burned through a rock using a laser. You see Henid is kind of admiring the runestone, impressed by it. Such a thing is rare. Morgane, you notice those lights flitter around you and kind of accompany you. Like moths to a flame. When you've all entered, the door shut behind you, that last gleaming bit of light, keeping those without vision illuminated, disappears, and you are in pitch darkness.
oh, maybe we should have propped it open. Ah well.
You wander the hall, walking forward. Another few feet goes by, 20 so feet, and you see, for those who can see, V first, I think, has the longest dark vision.
120.
Damn, girl.
Up ahead
Ew.
in this long, very narrow, not narrow, sorry, very straight, defined hall. Lining up against the wall, you see a dragonborn. You don't know the color because of the shade of grey. But you can see their head is lying back against the wall. Their knees are tucked up against their chest. Their hands are wrapped around their knees and they're rocking back and forth. But slowly. Try not to make
Is it-
noise.
Is it pitch black or is it like dim enough that they can be made? Because I think dark vision doesn't work if it's pitch black, right?
It is, dark vision works in... I
You get
believe-
like half.
Yes, you get in pitch darkness. Let me double check to make sure. dark vision in general is
Darkness as if it were dim light. it
darkness as if
says.
it was dim light, and dim light
Yeah.
as if it was light.
Yeah, you don't get the dim light.
Yes, you don't get the dim light. So you're seeing kind of it like just elements of these kind of shadow bits. But yeah, it is pretty much pitch darkness in this portion of the hole.
Mhm.
Okay.
It is hard to see. But you make out the
I
outline of
would-
this person ahead.
I would, under my breath, quickly relay to our group that there's someone up ahead.
Do they seem angry or stand around?
You said their body language was like curled up with their knees tucked.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? They look
Rocking back and forth.
scared. I don't think they'll be a threat.
All right, well, maybe they can tell us what they're scared of and we can be a little prepared.
You wander closer. They hear the steps. Unless you're being quiet. They pull
We're
their
a big group. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
strip their back up against the
Yeah.
wall, and they hold forward what they were holding behind their knee, a small knife. They hold it in the direction, they wave it side to side, but they're trying to keep quiet as they hear you kind of approaching. Who's there? Who's there?
We're not gonna hurt you. Did you come in with the group that was here earlier?
Are you with us? You come to rescue me? They're all dead.
Everyone.
I don't know, I ran. But I haven't seen anyone come
What?
back this way and the screams stopped. They kind of turn
Where
a
did
little
you
bit.
run
Shh.
from?
We should keep our voices down. I don't know. You can now see portions of their face as you get closer in the dim light. Completely rotten away. These scales have kind of
Oh.
become almost like chipped off of their face. Bone is jagging through the bottom part of their jaw, and their eyes are completely fused over, melted against their face.
Oof.
I'm not going to write that down, I think.
Listen, we want to help you.
Didn't
We need to press.
see. I can't see.
It's very dark.
Can Carlisle move closer and try to do a medicine check on this dude?
You can see when you get
Maybe
closer
we-
as well. It's got a very kind of feminine form.
Oh my
and-
god, these nat 20s.
God
What the fuck is
damn.
happening?
Stop, bro.
Fire.
3 in a row.
I will give you the exact things that have happened to her. Necrotic energy of some kind caused her to rot away. But that must have happened beforehand, meaning she might have got hit by the door outside. That seems to almost been something that she's kind of kept at bay. There's some bandages still there, meaning that someone has applied some sort of ointment to it, but that's been peeled away. Some of the bandages still remain there, but others are singed away because her eyes and portions of her forehead have been burned by fire. And because you rolled an at 20, very specifically, Dragonborn fire. It's got this kind of plume effect. It's got very kind of focused and volume to it. You might have come across wounds of the same kind before. She kind of stands there holding.
Can she see? Or is she blind?
Completely kind of melted across
They're just
her face.
melted.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'd also see with that roll as well that she's a green dragonborn, based on her kind of the way her
That's what I was
jawline,
gonna
her
ask.
her kind of snout is kind of framed, and the small spikes across her nose indicate green dragonborn, and the kind of frills at the back.
Mm.
Yeah, Carlisle would convey that to the group. So that would mean I don't know a lot about Dragonborns like above board, but usually it's a red one that does a fire effect, right?
What what happened
We
that made you?
were traveling through. All of us. So many of us. We'd got open the door. I managed to be the one to work it out. They brought me here for my... There's so much to discover. A sun-child's vault. These things are a myth. But we came across a large bridge up ahead. And this great unending hall below us. Bridge that almost is built upon spines of teeth. Gigantic teeth below. That seemingly just keep going down and down into the ground. It was a marvel. And I was in the midst of the crowd, and then people started screaming, shouting as they heard something. There was these gnarled sounds all around us. I turned to see something, one of the Dragonborn in our group. They were screaming, then they let out a plume of fire, and then it was darkness and pain. So I started running. I nearly fell off the edge. I caught myself. And then I crawled. I crawled up the stairs. And I crawled. I crawled till I could no longer hear the screams. But I don't know if I crawled far enough away from the screams or if they died down. Because there's no one left.
What's your name?
Tashima.
Look, Tashima, we want to help you. We're going to need to press on from here.
I can't go any further. I'm not going back in there.
I understand. Do you think that you can be brave a little bit longer and wait for us to come back? And then we'll leave with you.
I don't want to move. I'm going to slap against the wall. I'll stay. I'll stay here.
Is there anything else that you can tell us? Anything you can tell us about your group? Maybe we can help more of you.
We were coming in here. I was hired. I was paid to come in here to work out, to get through the traps. We assumed that there was something. Some sort of creature that would appear and speak to us. Primarily to Alluvian. It started just before the bridge. As we were descending the stairs. Just before everything happened. Yeah, we didn't hear much from back where I was. They wanted to keep the ogres at the front, in case anything came charging. Keep the scholars towards the back to try and keep safer. But he laughed a lot. And Luvian kept speaking with them. I was trying to hear, but they wouldn't let us get too close. Could be death. What if they're here after all this time? What if the discoveries are to be found down here in the vault? What if there are other vaults like this? What if we can find the Sun Children? Restore hope? I slide down.
Was Lady Whisper at the front with Illuvian when he was talking?
I don't know who that is. Do you mean the strange one? The one with the arms?
An older
Yes.
woman with
Yeah, the one
multiple
with the
arms, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't let anyone get close. We were hired into this group. Myself and a few other scholars.
He wouldn't let anyone close to her.
No,
Or close to him either.
Yeah, we barely interact with him. Carmen hired us. She seemed to be the one to control most of the things here. He was kind of more the brooding sort.
How many of you were there, do you know?
Excluding those who didn't make it past the door. Still closer to 50 of us. Several ogres. I think 4 in total. Bunch of just different folks, excited and nervous. Many wanted to turn back when we got the door open, especially when people died, but they just had this blind faith in him. Or fear. I'm not sure there's much of a difference.
Okay. Thank you for speaking with us.
Please don't die down there.
We don't intend to.
Joe, from the medicine check, is Carlisle confident that they are like stable enough that they will be here, presumably if nothing approached them in this place?
I
we
should
move
say
forward?
this. They are stable enough that as long as they don't get attacked, that they should survive. Though one thing you'd probably notice is they're quite gaunt from 2 or 3 days without eating. But other than that, they're not going to die of any wounds, assumedly.
Okay.
The rot was not like
With that in mind, Carlisle will leave some food for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start kind of just biting into it, not thinking for a moment, just kind of eating with such a fear that like they're as hungry as they are, they're biting quietly to try and make as little sound as possible. But they eat.
There's not much I can do for you right now, but I think I might be able to fix you up on our way back out.
Good luck down there. I hope you find the answers you seek.
And we keep walking, yeah?
You keep walking. You walk for a while through the bleak hallways. Always straight forward. Must be a mile into the mountain by now before ever coming across the staircase. It's weird. You'd think a large opening would have a breeze through it, a different atmosphere. But so encased are these halls, so defended from even the mountain itself. It's only your voices or the sounds of your footsteps echoing that changes the atmosphere at all. You get to the top of a staircase. And for those who can see, because bear in mind, those who do not have dark vision right now are in pitch darkness.
Yeah.
You'll be wandering down a staircase that lowers itself 30 or 40 stairs before a very long bridge. At the end of the bridge is a kind of large stone door. Or it's seemingly stone from this distance. Assuming you can kind of see the outlines from here. Still pretty far. The bridge itself looks to be built of kind of refined stone and carved in a way that it has long pillars that descend ever downwards into the darkness. In the chasms below, shadows from the distance you are right now, are these great jagged teeth kind of collapsing over each other, building a web of depth all the way downward. And the bridge itself seems to have portions where it have crumbled away, where the teeth are almost beneath the stone, like the stone has kind of been withered into these jagged teeth. And weirdly enough is this kind of almost plaque that sits upon the bridge, like settled fog on a road.
Mm.
It lurks across portions of the bridge, hiding the stonework beneath. And as you start to descend down the stairs, you hear this. Who are you that are so willing to tread the hallowed halls of death themselves? Would you truly risk angering such a certainty as he? Perhaps you follow the one who came before you, one who is determined to drain me of my very being. How predictable your kind has become in time. All of your dreams have grown and grown and grown, whilst your nightmares wilt and wither. Those very nightmares that humbled you all. Nightmares during a time where... And appearing before you, you see a creature merge as the lights that were following you, Morgaine, coalesce. They form from the legs downwards, building these goat-like legs of fur that almost looks like it's bristled with thorns. As the upper body forms up, you can't start to see the skin of this dark kind of skin, beautifully refined. A garment of deep purple with mauve lining across it, as if branches spanning across his body. His handsome face comes up with a black complexion and a beard that fits neatly on his face, looking almost the texture of thorns as well. Speckled with gold instead of grey. His horns have gold cracks through them, as if molten from the inside of the keratin exterior, and they curl around like a goat. During a time where I was a god. Funny. He steps through the air like he's walking on steps that don't exist, wandering around you. You're not part of the other group, are you?
No.
So you come to take what is mine? Everything I was left with in this light-forsaken place.
I don't think so. Maybe not.
Maybe is such a curious word, isn't it? Maybe. Appears close to you now. Doesn't have a breath. Maybe. Whole lot of good maybe does. It matters not. He kind of appears around you in front. You can see the two hirelings that are like ready in their weapons, a bit spooked by him. He stands in the bridge of bones before you. No one gets very far.
Do you want them to get farther?
A question I constantly ask. For if they make it all the way, what do they intend to do with me? The satyr-like being kind of sits in the air, folds his legs, and floats there. Because even those with intentions to free me often change their mind the further they delve. Am I really that unbecoming?
We're here for the other group.
I saw them. I'm with a few of them now. As I speak to you, I speak to them.
And how are they doing?
Redefine your question.
Well, we've been informed that about 50 of them walked in, and many of them screamed themselves to death, so maybe a better question is, how many of them are with you?
At this point, but a few.
How far ahead are they?
Further than you.
Well, yes.
I can't answer questions that specific.
Hmm.
You see, I am but memories. Ones I laid so that when my people would come to free me, I might guide them somewhat. But every time I try to warn, the words wilt and wither. Curious that. But I can show you what I saw. Portions of it.
All right.
A fog blows around you. And you're outside. Before you ever entered into the doorway. You're in the campsite now. Looking through portions of light. Like flies flying through a tavern. You are looking around all of the campsite of people moving around, testing things. A couple of bodies are dead on the ground. Others are gathered around, comparing notes, shouting at each other. But ahead of you, a soft beard in his face, a half-elf, stands with his hands behind his back. Beside him, a woman with a scarred face, shaved her hair from the side of wherever her scars came in, almost to kind of wear them proudly. Tough, kind of broader than he is. Folding her arms, calling out every now and then. Don't try the damn same thing and work together. The longer you argue, the longer we're stuck in this damn mountain. But he remained silent. Nearby, lifting the bodies and dumping them on the side, you see ogres who are being directed by a lady ogre who is kind of wearing kind of broader, more fineries and jewels around her. Pull your backs into it already. Just a few fucking bodies. We want meat. We want jewels. You'll get them in the door. Now move them! Beside him, the man who stares forward at the door, hunched back, a mask covering a face, a simple golden mask with two eye holes cut out, but shadowed from the distance you are. The eyes, or out of the hunches through cuts in the seams of her clothing, you see 6 arms. 4 on one side, 2 on the other. She leans ever so slightly on the foreside, almost like it's weighing her. Her eyes, as the light gets closer, drifts, and you see as she's watching you directly. Her eyes just following you on the light, looking nowhere else but watching you. You don't know how much time has passed, but you eventually see the door open. An Alluvian steps forward. He takes a torch and wanders in first. You see the lady, get you ogres, get at the fucking front. And they kind of march in front. You see as 50-odd people wander into the mountain, into the hall you just walked through, as the sun is setting. You see as the lights follow them in, and you see as he appears, as he did to you in the same location on top of those stairs. He does the same introduction. Like it's been repeated and practiced over and over. But Alluvian carries on walking. People are gasping around, wondering, The woman, Sky Woman, come on! Keep moving, ignore it. If Illuvian says we stop, we stop. He seemingly just ignores it. But the masked woman watches you the entire time, her eyes never leaving, her eyeballs kind of flitting and catching the light wherever it goes. Illuvian simply says, damn you, spirit. I know what you hold, and I will take it. The memory fades. You see him sat there in the air, folding his arms. There are much less than that now. Far fewer.
And they wouldn't speak with you. Have they spoken with you now?
Not him. The others damn me. As if they fear him.
But the one that watched you, that watches you now.
That one made me feel uncomfortable. It does not listen.
You know what she is? She guided them here.
It was her idea.
I presumed she warned him. Not to make deals with me. If he knew that I was here and he only sought to take my power. All I could do was insult them as they moved. I don't know what she is, but if she is something more, perhaps she is the one to take my power. You'd be doing me a service by getting rid of her, and of course by releasing me.
Have others entered before that group?
Many.
Do you always give them a warning here?
Perhaps not the first couple. Not as eloquently, at least. More begging at first.
You begged them?
Oh, I was embarrassed. I've been here a very long time, and back then it was a means of hope. That died long ago.
Would you like to give us your practiced warning, since the others ignored you?
I cannot. He forbids it. Or forbade it. He? The one who took over my home here.
The
Death.
words just wilt and wither, then.
All the best ones do. But I can show you little things along the way. As you get closer to those things, the memories attached to them. This is as much as I can show up to here, because this is where these memories end. Further down the bridge, I can show you. I can show
If you can help us, we want to reach them. You want that woman gone. We want to deal with that group as well. The words may wilt and wither, but anything you can give us, show us, to keep us going. And you said most people that get further and further, they turn back. Maybe it's the way you present things. If you could present things to us differently, if you could help us, we might see things differently the further we go.
Roll a persuasion check.
Woo,
I
get
believe in
him.
you.
Go tag.
Come on, baby.
18.
Perhaps we'll play it as a game. The further you make it along the board, the more I'll be willing to cooperate. You still have to make it past the bridge, after all. And who's to say you'll even get that far? I must keep my guard up around all of you as well. If any one of you could take my power, and betray me. So for now, I'll show you where they failed. And see if you can work it out from there. And he fades.
All right. Well, we've got some help, as reliable as it may be. Just need to cross the bridge then.
There's a bridge?
The spiky teeth bridge. No, I heard that. All right. They can be in two places at once, at least. They can keep tabs on us and on the other group. They will tell us where the other group failed, presumably. We know that chaos ensued here, lots of screaming and running. Am I missing
And
anything?
I guess we push forward until we're given more info.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately at all of your mercy. They say while holding tightly to the
Yeah.
back of V.
I can try to cast something to light.
Yeah, I will say I'm okay with light now. If something's gonna hunt us down and kill us, it can already see us, you know?
It
Mm.
seems like it
That's
might be
true.
a good idea so you don't run off the side of the
Please.
bridge, no?
Yeah, Tack will glow then.
How long's your glow, by the way? I'm just setting up the lighting.
I don't think we ever determined how long I could glow.
An hour, but
Sorry,
you
what
turn
distance?
it off, whatever.
What distance? Do we ever determine that?
Again,
Okay.
we didn't determine any of that.
what-
How hardcore of a glow do Asimar
That
have?
is a full person. It's got to be big. Come on.
No, I mean it's about I would say 5 foot of bright light, 5 foot of low.
Yeah,
not gonna be a
I don't
huge
think,
amount
I
of
don't
light.
think it's huge distance, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's not going to give you too much light, but you can do it for general means of helping you out.
Yeah.
I will say I'm okay with V's big light, because mine's also
Yeah.
just 5'5",
Yeah.
and I want to see more than
Big
that.
light's good.
V will ask what object you'd like to have lit up on your person.
Yeah, anything on either one of us would work. I'm guessing we're gonna stand close, since we can only do this once, right? To one object.
Mm-hmm. She'll reach up and touch the brim of your hat
Oh,
and light it.
Cute.
cool.
And the light spell gives what in bright light? It's
It is
30, I want to say
I think it was 30-30.
30,
right?
30.
it's
I wanna
2020.
2020. Okay.
Sorry,
2020.
yeah, 20 bright light, 20 dim.
2020 vision.
Additional 20.
2020.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it. You're not wrong, actually.
Smart.
Now, yeah.
Probably. Easy to remember.
Okay. Okay. You would wander down onto the bridge. Walk along the beginnings of it. Step around the enamel that has broken through, the plaque that has contaminated the stone. Walk along. I imagine the center where it's safest and furthest away from the chasm on the sides. It would appear to you It's only been a few minutes. And he would show you his hands misting around as a fog appears. And as you walk, you now find yourselves in the floating lights appearing across the group on the middle of the bridge. He simply laughs at them. Doesn't try to coerce, annoyed. They ignore and stop as they hear something. Coming from all around them, from the darkness. Scream comes off from one of them on the side. You see in the middle, they're all kind of people panicking. The ogres, some of the ogres step forward and they start attacking something in the darkness. You see from this kind of light emanating in the middle, searching. Someone's looking around. What's going on? They're gonna get pushed around. You hear this kind of scream as someone falls down. Someone gets pulled off the edge. And in the distance of the light, you just see pulling through. Stepping up, and you hear the voice of this spirit go. Death uses those who fail. As the dead rise all around, begin attacking the group, pulling and tearing at them. They start fighting back, trying to pull away from them. The ogres rush forward towards the door and just start smashing at the stone door with any hammer they've got, their maces. In the darkness, you see them fight. Luvian draws his blade, and the fog fades to silence on the bridge with all of you stood there. Total silence. And then you hear.
No.
Oh.
As the dead begin climbing onto the sides of the bridge, climbing over the tooth-like narrows, attempting to surround you and fight. We're going to go ahead and take our break there whilst we set up the first fight. But I will bring you guys to the map, and then I'll show the chat straight afterwards, because I want to make sure that I get all the lighting right now. But you guys are going to be on the center of the bridge, and the dead are climbing up from pretty much all sides.
Ooh.
We'll be back in a few
right.
minutes. Go and get yourselves, refill your drink, use the loo, and we'll be back for a little bit of an undead fight. Welcome to Death's Vault, everybody.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
And to you, chat, I will run a couple of ads just to push back the ad timer. I just want to double check to make sure that my screen is capturing the right instance of D&D. Because I'm playing with the lighting effects right now, and it means having 2 tabs open. So let me do a 3-minute ad break. Through confusion, Mindexer, don't worry. The lore is still vague. Intentionally vague at this point. They can learn more as they go deeper. All right. Okay, chat. Let me start winding us back into it. All right. Hello, hello.
Howdy.
Hey.
All right,
Hello.
let us bring things back up. If everyone's ready, and we can get into a bit of a battle. As you're all being surrounded by the dead. This is the first time I've used 2 different instances of Roll20, by the way, so I'm... do you all see your lighting? Your dynamic lighting effect?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead for me and roll initiative.
I don't see the glow, but I think it's fine since we established that
Your
it's not.
glow
big.
is technically on right now. If I check on my end. It's just that the glow from Desmond right next to you is much
Oh.
greater.
I might be over.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, I definitely see beyond just 10 feet.
Yeah.
But I forgot that Desmond has stuff.
Desmond's got a major glow. Okay, let me go ahead and roll some initiative as well. For Henid and...
Let's see.
I keep clicking on the
Oh,
roll,
yeah, I
wrong
get it.
instance. There he is. Henid and... you don't have any surprise actions against you or anything like that because you guys are well prepared for this. And this
I'm
is-
assuming you're playing me true to my character, but I can't see anything.
can you see a bit around you right now, like dark gray?
No. I'm completely blind.
As in, okay, yeah, okay.
I just see black.
You see an entirely black screen right now?
Yeah.
No, it's broken.
Let me see, huh?
We'll describe it to you.
Dynamic lighting.
Morgan, watch out!
You shouldn't see black screen. On my end, it's saying that you're good. Have you got the new Roll20?
Make sure you have hardware acceleration on.
I do.
Okay.
Because on mine it's
Just in
saying
case.
that I gave you 30 feet of night vision. But
This
with
is all
a-
I see. That's the entire map zoomed out.
Let me try something.
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
You see anything now?
No.
Hmm. Why do you not see? Did you drag your own token onto the board?
No, because I can't see the board.
Sir.
There we
everyone
go,
else
I
can
threw
see
it
it.
out.
Okay, let me
Yep.
try and fix you.
Yeah.
Let me do this, do this, do this, and do this. Do you see?
Okay, now I see.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Just need a refresh. Did I put down onto the board? Don't know. Oh crap. Did you guys already roll initiative?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you roll again? Just
But
tell me
mine
what
was
you got?
shitty, I'll reroll.
Because we had the last fight was all in there still.
Ooh.
Oh.
I got
Yeah.
a 10 first time. I'll just update it myself.
You can edit
I
your
have
own
an
initiative, I
18.
think. You can just click it.
Oh, you can? Yeah, if you can edit your own initiative, do that. Whilst I just get the
How do
monsters
you-
on the board.
Oh, you just type it. I get it.
Oh man.
Oh, what? Since when?
Wait, no, it won't save it.
Yeah, I got like a 25.
Yeah, it's not.
initiative,
It's not
so-
saving mine.
Oh, I'll go
Make
down
sure you
to it.
press if you
Enter.
click it a couple times, then you press enter. It'll do it, but it's kind of finicky.
I had to press enter to change mine.
Okay.
Oh, I think I was tabbing.
Okay.
Thanks.
I think everyone should be on the roll then. So I will sort it. Why is it not? Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong tab. I'm like, why can't I sort it by anything? Because this is not the DM tab. Okay.
Two tab Joe, here we go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's gonna take me some getting used to, but I thought I'd do it for this dungeon. So, up first is Dallin. He sees them coming up. He has a longbow. He's gonna shoot the closest one next to him on the left. I saw on the right even. And he's gonna go
Wait.
for 2. No, just what? He only has 1 longbow. Hold on, I need to toggle the advantage on him, but it would technically be the first one. He doesn't have advantage. It's a nat 1, kind of in that moment of just like fear. You just see him kind of notch an arrow, just fired, and goes straight past into the darkness. Then he's probably gonna take a couple of steps. He can't go there. That's a big hole in the ground. He's gonna move through here and move into the chunk of you guys to kind of make sure that he's not gonna be the first targeted. The ghouls at the front start coming downward. And you see them start moving their way toward the party. These two just rushing in there. The ghoul on the left is going to go for Hennig. And the ghoul on the right is going to go for Morgan. This creature just rushes straight forward and just pulls out its tongue. And you can see it's barbed as it goes downward. It's going to shoot out its tongue to try and rush it against
Ew,
Hennig.
no.
And at one, he kind of just pulls up his arm, gets a little bit of a scream, and goes, "It's fucking disgusting!" And then the claws come up against it. 23 hits him, though.
He says what we all think.
23 hits him for NEAMNYLV.
Yeah.
No, it can't be.
Let's roll the
Oh,
damage.
that's-
Naturally,
Dude, he's dead.
he takes 6
Oh.
points.
That's a lot, right?
It's a language none of us speak.
Yeah, it's weird, right? 6 points of slashing damage as he just kind of gets sliced by this creature. You see him kind of hold back, kind of nearly going into his rage. But that's all the ghouls on that turn. Then the other ghoul towards you, Morgan. You see it kind of coming through. The yawns are a bit more hunched over, their teeth larger. It's almost like they've been here longer. The eventual form. This one's going to go for a barbed tongue attack. 16 to hit.
Misses. Oh, that's my armor class, actually.
Okay, so that hits. Let's see if this is broken. That one's broken too. I have to roll it manually. 1d6 plus 3. 7 points of slashing damage as it kind of just runs its tongue against your leg, and you feel yourself kind of slow in this time as it kind of cuts straight up, raises up your leg. You have 10 feet less movement speed until the end of your next turn, and it goes in for a claw attack. A 23.
What the fuck?
It's gonna hit.
Oh boy.
4 points of slashing damage as it brings its claw up against you. Okay, that's the ghoul's turn. The skeletons are up next. The
Hate
skeletons
these
are
little guys.
below. You see them kind of go.
Idiots.
We rolled so well, everyone. That's
They kind
really
of step
helpful.
up. These guys have bows in their hands. You can see both of them are going to fire out towards... I think one towards Tack, one towards Desmond.
Okay.
A 10 and a 19. So 10 towards Tack, 19 towards Desmond.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, yeah, you managed to block off those arrows or duck under them. All right. Then up next is Tack.
With my action, I'm gonna throw my prepared echo to Morgaine. And for Morgaine, another like white figure will show up, and you'll hear a voice say, "Just keep them safe, please." And you get bink bink. You gain temporary hit points equal to my bardic inspiration die plus my bard level. And while you have them, your walking speed increases by 10 feet and you get a +1 to your AC. So roll
How many temp hit points?
roll a d6. So not a ton. So 6 total.
So,
And then I will shoot a bardic inspiration with my bonus action to Desmond. Tack will put a hand on him and say, "If you try to run, I'll shove you off this fucking bridge myself."
Nice.
Then I gotta roll.
And that's my turn.
Good. Holy shit. Dude.
Stop rolling! It's stressing me
Hey,
out.
I nat 20'd that one. I'm good.
Okay.
Nice.
Keep rolling.
Steve.
If you're gonna get a nat 20, you could keep rolling.
is that the end of your turn?
That's it for me. Yeah.
V.
All right. V is gonna take out her sword and say, "Beckons by blood," and then she's going to rage,
Okay.
and she will dash forward to this one here and try to attack it.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. 19 damage.
19 damage. Still up this one.
Okay. How hurt does it look?
Pretty hurt. Yeah, you've cut straight through it, and you can just see its torso just open up, and it looks like it's nearly splitting. It's not like super close to death, but it's definitely you've caused like ichor to kind of pour out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna
But
blood
also notice,
frenzy
sorry,
and
ink instead of blood. As it
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I will blood frenzy this. It will be immune to the bleeding effect, I think, because it technically doesn't have blood.
Mhm.
But it will still
The
take
inking
the
effect.
hit dice damage when I roll one of my hit dice to expend it. So
Yeah, that's true.
15.
What the
Oh
hell?
my
Look at that
God!
green.
Jesus.
And you just
Christ.
unleash your kind of blood effect across it, almost counteracting the ink. You kind of almost cause it to bubble against it, and it collapses dead on the ground.
Awesome. The
Okay,
last thing she'll
cool.
do is turn around to face the other one behind her. And that'll end her turn.
Winks.
Okay. Desmond.
Let's go,
God.
baby.
How am I gonna live up to that turn, huh?
It's dark. Maybe you just didn't see it. You weren't looking that way. You have no idea.
I think the first thing he'll say is, should we keep moving while we fight, or should we stand our ground? What if more just keep coming?
That's a good question.
I only have like 6 seconds, so if nobody says anything, I'm gonna...
Everyone pass me.
Okay, he will take that as a sign to start moving forward. I moved 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. He will drop down his crossbow as he goes, though,
Okay.
behind him. And that is my action. So with my bonus action, I will trigger the crossbow to... I'll shoot the other ghoul, because I feel like they're
Okay.
dangerous. Let's turn this off. 12. Ugh.
12 hits it. It's armor class.
Wow.
Nice.
It is like naked, I'm guessing. For 6 piercing.
These guys are old and pretty fleeting in terms of armor. 6 piercing damage goes straight into it.
Okay, and that's all I can do.
Okay. Carlo.
Carlisle's gonna move up, passing through over here to this ghoul, and by Desmond, he's going to attack the ghoul.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
20 to hit
That hits.
for 11 damage.
Ew.
11 points of damage. Nice. You just bring your blade up
Extra
against it.
attack. 21 to hit
21 hits.
for
Excuse me.
another 4 damage. Can it take the con save for the daggers? Let me check. The save DC 14.
Got a nat 1, but it is immune to poison and poison effects.
Okay, so it's into the
Boo.
damage.
Hmm?
All right, then that's it for me.
Okay. Yeah, you stab into it and you see the poison doesn't really have anywhere to flow through. The zombies' turn. You see all these various kind of zombies rise up and begin to swarm in. Let me just double check their movement, make sure that I don't get it wrong. Yeah, you see them shamble. And then as they start as they come straight towards you, Carlisle, these two. It's gonna go in for a standard attack, the top one. 21 hits.
Yep.
Jesus.
Only one. It's this one. I don't even have to roll. It's 1 point of bludgeoning. You can see these are kind of minions essentially. So this one comes in just kind of pulling at you and biting and almost kind of hitting against you. The other one's gonna go in for an attack as well. Only a 9, so that one doesn't hit. They kind of get attacked by the first one, pummeling against you, but this second one doesn't manage to do much. These two are gonna come in on the right. And go straight towards you, Desmond.
No.
A 6 and a nat 20, which only gives it 2 points of bludgeoning damage instead. So you get 2 points of bludgeoning damage against you as one of them grabs hold and actually starts like pulling and yanking at your arm.
God.
Doesn't tear anything off, but it hurts enough to like kind of pull away from you. And then these two down the bottom. So kind of coming in here. This one is going to go here and dash to get around. The only one that's right next to you, attack, is going to go for you. A 7 to hit, doesn't hit. And then these two come in.
Good
And
lord.
both go for you, Tack.
Attack.
Okay.
Attack.
An 8 and a nat 20 again. So 2 points of damage.
Okay.
You see this one
Okay.
coming.
At least they're getting the nat 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But that is all they can do on their turn. You see, start swarming in on you.
Alrighty.
Morgaine.
Morgaine will run towards the commotion at the closer end of the bridge. We'll run like round the side here.
Okay.
And attack this one. Actually, no. She will, as she's running, you'll hear her say, right the way, which is the motto of House Kalen, and her armor will start to glow a radiant gold.
Oh.
And I'm gonna cast Protection
Nice.
from Evil and Good
Mmm.
Okay.
on myself.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and she'll turn to Tack and say, go.
Okay. You see this kind of gleam of light just emanate outwards, and they all kind of like mask their eyes. Indrasa.
Well, there's no really great path. So, are these guys down here? Those are the archers, right?
Yeah, they're like
And
skeletons
then
that
this
are
is a ghoul.
definitely decrepit and older. They can, and then yeah, the top one is a ghoul. These ones look
Okay,
like
got it.
they're recent, anywhere from genuinely the last group up until maybe last few hundred years, whereas the ghouls look older.
Okay. All right. I am going to the ghoul's been hit, right? It's been popped a couple times.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go for this archer down here. Sorry. And I'm gonna just chuck a corporeal shunt at it and see what happens.
But handed onto the board. Take his turn.
Oh, Henid. Oops. Only a 9. I don't know what advantage is on. Sorry.
Which one on the ghoul?
Yeah. No,
Miss-
it was on the
Oh, sorry.
skeleton.
On the skeleton. Sorry.
This guy down
okay.
here.
Misses,
I mean,
I'm
it's only
afraid.
a 9. Yeah.
9 can hit. It can hit. But it didn't hit these guys.
Okay. And, Sistina's not on the board. She's
Yeah,
just kind of
versus,
hovering in the
Okay.
air. Yeah. She's up in the air, here. So I'm gonna have her, good gravy. She'll just stay up in the air and she'll pop over there.
Okay.
And that's it.
Top of the turn order. I know his name looks different in the thing. I don't know if you can see it, but
I think we
The-
can only see ourselves, right?
Yeah.
oh, can you? Okay, because it's the character sheet, so I can see all of them. Gallon is going to.
Sometimes I can see Tack.
I think it's because sometimes she has.
That's when we had control of tech still. Cause
Yes, I'd
Blood
take
was
it away,
gone, but
otherwise
now we
you'd
don't.
keep their vision, which is stupid.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his longbow attack, but I guess this time against the ghoul. Only an 8. He rolls low. He's like firing as he's trying to avoid the zombie that's just rushed towards him. All right. On the ghoul's turn, it's gonna go for Carlisle. Carlisle did quite a bit too. He's gonna go for the barb tongue attack. 13 misses. Goes in with the tongue. You duck away from it. Brings up its claws for a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And does 9 points of slashing damage. It just brings its claw straight across you.
Okay.
But it's just going to keep wailing you. On the layer turn,
Excuse me.
I've got to roll a d20.
No.
Wait.
Oh, good.
Why?
God.
Okay.
What if you didn't?
The music got a bit more intense too.
Yeah, that was the timing though, right?
Scary.
Okay. Yes. So, appearing onto the board as you hear climbing up from 1, 2, 3, 4, the bottom left side. One of the ogres that fell pulls itself up onto the tunnel. We have ourselves an undead ogre. Let me get a sheet up so I can actually put him onto the initiative order. Okay. The undead ogre is on the initiative order. And now I've got to roll to see how many zombies come up. No, come on.
Can you chill?
Yeah, relax. All right.
I feel like you're trying to do a
Calm
lot right
down.
now with like the extra tab. Maybe you shouldn't. I'm just looking out for you.
Being a DM is hard, dude.
It's
Don't make
tough.
this harder on
Yeah,
yourself.
it's
you
okay to
know?
take
You're
a
adding,
break.
you're adding a lot of characters you're gonna have to keep track
Yeah.
of. Maybe take
It's
it
just
easy
a
for
lot. It's a lot.
Here's 6 more. So
Oh.
I go,
Six!
Oh.
It's a D8. I rolled a 6. 6 more. So kind of joining the fray, and you can still hear the clinking and clanking from below. There's way more coming.
All right.
The skeletons go.
Weird little
next.
teeth men.
And the skeletons are going to shoot their bow attacks towards Morgaine as the closest target. A 16 and a 10. 16 hits, I'm assuming.
Don't mind me.
Let's see if it breaks.
misses.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
got
they're
+1
disadvantaged.
I got +1 AC from tech, and they're also at disadvantage.
They are at disadvantage, so they would
They
have
miss
missed.
anyway, but
You see them both fire towards you and just disappears into the light. Okay. The ogre
Pew pew.
rushes to find a gap, and Drassa comes straight towards you.
Oh god, oh god.
Raises its large kind of mace in the air and just brings it straight down on top of you. 15.
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
You see kind of portions of the enamel that's kind of on the side next to your feet break open. You see the stone crumble and some of the bone appear. It's going,
Just stares at it.
it's kind of gargling. All right, Tack. Tack. Something to note for you.
Yes.
Because
You're
you
totally
have,
fine.
Because you've started your turn within 5 feet of 3 or more rotting zombies, your speed is reduced by 5 feet for each one.
Oh,
God.
Oh my
And
god.
if-
Oh my god.
So you currently have 15 feet of, 20 feet of reduced speed. So you have 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
Cool.
wait, does it take into effect if they're like also touching another player?
It's a swarm effect. It's basically to say you're being
Nasty.
completely kind of surrounded right now. So slowing you down, grabbing
my
at you,
God.
pulling at you.
Disengage is an action, right?
Yes.
Unless you're a rogue. Okay. Okay. Well. I will. God, I'm gonna disengage to here.
Okay. That's 5 feet. You move.
And
You have
then-
5 feet left.
Right. What? You said I had 15 feet.
No, you had 4 around you. It was 5 feet
10.
per thing. I assume you have 30
Wait,
feet
is it
total.
at the start of your turn, or is it just like a when you try and move?
It is. If an enemy starts their turn within 5 feet of 3 or more rotting zombies who can see them, the enemy's speed is reduced by 5 feet for each rotting zombie within
Who can
5
see
feet.
them?
Yes.
Nasty.
As in, the zombies can see. Oh, sorry. The allies can see them. So,
Oh,
yeah, suppose for you, it's not.
I'm immune.
You are kind of immune to that effect.
It's like, God damn it.
Let me see. No. It's the zombies that can see. Wait.
What the?
I don't see how using the zombies has any
Yes.
effect on them
Yes.
slowing
Basically,
you.
because the move is called Overwhelm. So the idea is meant to be the numbers are
Right.
dragging you down and
So
whatnot.
they're like,
And I can tell you an effect if your speed reduces to 0. I won't tell you what the effect is, but there is one.
Huh?
So it wouldn't make sense for us to
Grapple.
see. So
Okay. Can I move here? Is this a movable spot?
yeah.
it looks like it.
Okay.
I think.
I'm gonna chance it. Beep.
Yep. You step onto
Oh,
the
hello.
kind of the teeth.
And nothing tries to hit me.
Yeah. No, you disengaged. They can't.
No, you disengaged, right? You're okay.
I disengaged to here, so I was still
Disengage.
in this guy's.
Last for your entire
Disengage
round.
Disengage your whole turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're
nothing can hit
disengaged
you.
the whole movement.
That's so
That's
nice. Which one did I see Morgaine hit? Or has Morgaine successfully
None of the
hit one
little
these?
zombies.
None.
Only the
Okay.
the ghoul.
No,
Okie
Morgan's hit
doke.
No one.
Oh, yeah. Anyone in this
Okey-doke,
entire battle?
okey-doke.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
That
that
makes
was
sense.
that was V.
You're right.
All right. That's my turn then. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to get closer to anything else.
V.
All right. V's gonna instead turn her gaze to the ogre that just appeared next to her, and adjust her grip
Ooh.
and swing down on it. 19 to hit
Hey, come on.
19 hits.
That's a tidy hit.
for 13 damage.
13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I think that's it for this run. I'm gonna stay here.
Desmond.
Oh shit, I'm eating. Hold on. I thought you were gonna do 2 things.
Sorry.
Bree, let him down.
That's so funny.
Now we all have
Holy
to
shit.
discover.
Yeah,
So then the other day, I was.
No, I'm good.
Oh my god. So
I'm gonna
good.
take the attack of Out from 2 of these and move forward 2 spaces to
Okay.
get out of melee range.
Should become an eating actor like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know about right there. Like if you go and watch Brad Pitt
Yeah.
movies, he eats in like pretty much every movie. He's the best eating actor. 14 and 11. Don't hit.
No. Okay, cool.
Get
Trying to grapple
out.
you, but you pull away.
Desmond thinks about targeting the ogre and then realizes we're starting to get overwhelmed, so he's going to start whittling down zombies as best as he can.
Okay.
He's going to try shooting the first one right here.
Okay.
17.
17 hits.
9 damage.
9 damage. This one, let me double check just to make sure their ability. Yes. You see their body as they fall down to the ground. But because it's the first time they've died, they're still alive. They
Let's hope it
regain all of
stays
their
dead.
hit points.
Oh,
immediately.
God.
But it only gets to do this once. Essentially, you just knocked it down and as it leans back up again.
And then I'm going to trigger my crossbow to take a disadvantage shot at the same one then.
Okay.
And for a nat 1. Boink.
Shoots past. Like it's almost like not ready and you're confused how this thing didn't go down as
Yeah.
the arrow kind of went straight through it.
And then I'm going to make a little more space up here. 10, 20, 30.
Okay. You're by the stone door. That's where the end of the map is.
And that's it for me.
Carla.
Yeah, Carlisle's gonna take another swing at the ghoul with my dagger. 11 on the first attack.
11 does not hit the ghoul.
The extra attack is a nat 1. In hindsight, I would have actually on the 11 used Fortune of Many to raise that to a 14. If that would cause it to be a success.
It would have happened. I'll allow it this once, but I would say if you do another attack, you can't go back to the previous attack. Will be the general rule in future. Just so you can't go, okay, crap, I can now use it on that one. But yeah, I'll allow it for this one.
Right. That is a 13.
13 hits.
13 damage.
Oh, sorry, 13 damage. This ghoul drops down dead as you just slice up it, the dagger splitting the rest of it open.
Okay. Carlisle seeing that Desmond's moving up to the door. This door is like closed. Right. It's just like a sealed stone door right now.
Sealed stone door with a seam down the middle.
Okay. I can see we're being overwhelmed, and Carlisle at least has some mobility in these situations. So, assuming that some of these zombies will still pursue him, he's going to move wide like this. I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and move 30 feet this way.
Okay.
So if any new ones come up here, hopefully he'll be close enough to be the target of those.
Okay. Hennett, on his turn. He didn't get a first turn. He's going to go into his rage. He enters into a rage. And he's going to give you guys... Actually, first, before he goes... What you need? Are we going to move or we're going to fight?
Both.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, he will, he'll do his second rage and shout. He rages out just screaming, "Ah!" You just see kind of the veins pop on his neck. But it's enough to kind of invigorate all of you. Feel the kind of it go through you. Until the end of each of your next turns, you have 10 feet extra movement.
Ooh.
And then he's going to go in for his... He'll go in for, I didn't actually give him a hand axe attack. Because he has a bite that he does twice.
Of course.
Biter.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
just gonna go
ball
up to
biter.
Fuck
The ball
yeah, he
biter.
You
does.
see him just pull up and just slapping this kind of iron grill into his mouth and goes, just bites into the ogre zombie beside him. Which, what's it, the first roll? It's 22. God damn it. 1d8
This man's gonna get an illness in
plus
here.
5.
It's so unsanitary. It's very stressful to hear that.
He does 13 damage.
Carlisle is going to have to look at him.
And then he bites again. Only a 9 on the second
13
one.
damage?
Yeah, he rolled high. He rolled
Them
max.
teeth.
Ogre Zombie's AC is lower than 9.
teeth.
He hits again. For another 11 points of damage. He just
What
starts
the fuck, this
tearing
guy?
chunks.
Dude, this guy's
Jesus.
ripping him to shreds.
He pulls chunks. You just see portions of
other
like the
zombies
guts
are like-
open up, and the ink's just pouring out over him. And he's like,
Ew!
"Ah!" And then he's gonna kind of just take 5 feet, step forward, and kind of like moving around towards it.
Yeah.
Fight and move!
Fuck yeah, dude. Holy shit.
The rotten zombies are gonna start coming in now. This one's gonna step in his way, and these two are gonna go for him.
Don't they think he's like one of them though? Because he's like biting people. Aren't they like
These
the
zombies
fuck?
are not
Oh,
like
they're
media
dumb.
zombies. These are mostly trying to
Damn
like
it.
grab you and break your arms and kill you with their fists. They don't.
All right.
It's not like a a 13 to hit him and a nat 20 to hit him. So the 13. His AC is 16. Because he is a barbarian.
Like how Carla runs and he's like, "Come get me," and they just turn.
And they
to
all
the
just-
nearest
yeah.
target and just ignore it.
Shane, can you move your crossbow, or does it stay there?
It's kind of good there, to be honest.
I can use was it my action or my bonus action to use the ring?
It has like HP, right?
Do remember. It'll be on
Okay.
the thing. This zombie is gonna. Let me check its intelligence.
Bonus action. Yeah, I can move it 20 feet towards me.
It ain't going for that crossbow. It's like going around it, confused. 10, 15.
Circle is
Actually, can only
difficult.
move 10. So it's just going to move that way. This one's going to attack you, V.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Yeah, that'll do.
1 point of damage.
Okay.
These two step in. Where are they going to go? I think they'll start chasing after the people going towards the door. And this way. Shambling in
How
your
could this
direction.
fucking happen?
This one's going to go up towards you and here. 5 attacks against Morgaine here.
Jesus Christ.
They
They're
all have
all at
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
They do indeed. Let me toggle my disadvantage. 9, 5,
Miss.
9,
Miss.
14,
Miss.
and a nat 1. You see them all just
That's
kind of
nice.
coming towards you, trying to bite and
Yeah.
pull at you. But they do not manage to do so. Sorry, I didn't have the camera on it. Okay, and then what other ones we got? I've done those ones. There's one next to the archer. That one's going to go for him. With a standard attack. 10 does not hit him. You see him kind of just duck and pull away from it. And then I didn't use these two. These two are going to come up toward... I'm sorry, Sistina. Wait, how far high up is Sistina?
She's, I don't know, about 20 feet high.
Okay. And
She's kind of
I
flying.
can't reach, so it's just going to go straight towards Carlisle, these two.
Oh, sorry, Carl.
And group attack. Nat 1, 13. So they both miss. And that is them. So the zombies start to swarm in. Morgaine, what is your total movement speed?
Right now it is 50.
50.
It's 30 plus 10 from Tack plus 10 from the Barbarian.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, tag you.
Fun.
So your movement speed has been reduced by 25. So it's 25 right now. I'm having 5 around you.
Nice.
Go on.
Okay. Yeah, Morgaine will be like effortlessly dodging these sluggish swings and then turn around and I'm gonna attack this one.
Okay.
For 16.
Hits.
16 damage.
What type of damage are you
Sorry,
using?
15 damage. Radiant.
Okay, yeah. That kills it entirely. You burn straight through it and you see it go and sizzle down to the ground. Dead.
And then we'll step over it. 5, 10, 15.
They're going to take 3
20.
attacks. No, 4 attacks opportunity?
Yeah, all at disadvantage.
What is advantage? You're absolutely right. Disadvantage. 1, 5, 5, 5, 4.
They love a 5.
They love the 5.
Yay!
Just them trying to grab you and punch at you, but they can't get to you.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And I'm just going to remember the bottom 4 all took their attacks opportunity against you. So, Andrasa.
All right. I would like to spend an AoE. Oops, not quite there. I'm going to magnify gravity
Okay.
on this one, and this one to get them out of the way, hopefully.
Which one? Sorry, the top ones.
This one, and this one.
How
Oops,
big?
sorry.
Is magnified gravity that big? I always forget.
It's 10 feet radius. So.
Different radius. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I don't have broadcast others on, but yeah. Yes. Anyway, so
Okay. So con saves from all of them, right?
DC 15.
Wait,
con
actually, they have
save.
something here. If the zombie takes damage from an attack or as a result of a failed saving throw, their hit points are reduced to 0. If the zombie takes damage from another effect, they die if the damage equals or exceeds their hit point maximum. So they still make the save.
All right.
A 20, a 17, and a 15. So
God.
all 3 of them
Man.
actually succeed.
All right. Well, it's 11 halved.
Halved, so that'd be 5 points of damage each. It doesn't kill them, but it hurts them.
That's utter bullshit.
All 3 of them rolled really high.
Absolute
Probably
fucking
from all of
bollocks.
all of the kind of dense zombies in your way, and you trying to kind of organize this gravity and having people kind of knock and push you around.
No, I'm sorry. My gravity's perfect. They're just very
Okay,
good at
they're
this.
really good. Okay.
How dare you suggest
Yeah.
that I've somehow cast something wrongly? Right. Anyway, they're
Movement
there. I
speed
don't.
and bonus action.
All right.
Is there a
Movement
light
speed.
source on me?
Bonus action.
No.
Or is that? Oh, that's just my field of vision.
Yes. I'm gonna make your field of vision gray, so you can kind of get an idea. that work?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that
I
looks
wind
sick.
up here. I'm gonna Blessing of Shadowfell to not be there.
Oh, okay. You're
Eat
teleporting.
it.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you appear there.
And then I've got 10 extra movement, right?
Yes.
So I will start threading the needle, I guess. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's this?
You taking an attack opportunity?
I am.
Okay. An unnatural 20 to hit. So it'll be
Sure.
1 point of bludgeoning damage as it just strikes you.
Ow.
And then you
Right.
get to the door.
Right. And then I guess I can't go any farther because that's the door.
Stone door, there's a seam down the middle. Tiny glimmer of light. You can
Um,
see like the darkness from beyond. But...
Okay, and then Sistina's gonna fly that way, and we're gonna next turn, I guess, maybe look at the door or try to. She's still in the air, whatever. Try to help people get through.
Okay.
Right. That's me.
On Dallin's turn, he is going to. He'll take one attack opportunity because he's going to move a little bit ahead from the zombie. 17 actually does hit him, so he takes 1 point of damage. He gets struck in the back. Actually, he'll disengage. He'll be smart and disengage. So he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to here. Kind of darting around trying to get to all of you guys. So he's gone up to there. And that's all he can do right now. There's no more ghouls on this, so I'll roll to see if any more zombies come. Or how many more? Okay. Let me go ahead and see which directions these ones come from.
You've got to be
The
kidding
far
me.
end.
Yeah, really far away from us.
We
They're
gotta
very
figure out how to get this door open.
Yeah.
Hopefully it just opens.
Well, in the image that we saw, they were trying to like bash it open, right? And it
Yeah.
didn't work.
Oh fuck.
7 and 8.
Bloody
Oh.
hell.
Left corner, you just see a bunch of them start
God.
climbing up, finally reaching the top surface.
Jesus
As 8 more
Christ.
zombies enter into the fray. The skeletons go next. These skeletons are going to shoot a bow attack towards Tack, both of them. 1,
No.
2, 22 and a 15.
Both of them hit.
It's only,
Oh.
again, these are 1 point. Yeah, sorry. You got something?
It's fine. It was only 1 damage. I forgot. I have like a thing when I do the blessing of Shadowfell. I'm like.
Can't go
against-
back, I'm afraid. Just because we get the
Yeah, no,
general.
I know. That's why I said it's okay.
These two shoot. You are taking 1 point of piercing damage from each. As
Okay.
the arrows just strike against you. They're all minions still. The ogre.
I have an actual question though. If you have resistance and you get hit with 1 damage, you still take 1 damage anyway, right? Like you can't take 0. Or would you take 0?
One is minimum.
One of them is
Yeah,
minimum,
that's
yeah.
what I
Barbarian
thought.
still
Yeah,
take
yeah.
damage
So
if
it wouldn't have
they-
mattered anyway, because I would still.
Mm.
I just want to make sure it's. straight in
Morning
my
Star
brain.
just raises straight above you and goes. Brings its Morning Star down towards you. Nat 20.
Oh.
You take
Obi, you're okay.
23 points of bludgeoning damage as it just strikes straight upon you.
Halved because
Halved
of
down
rage,
because of
right?
rage, down to
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Okay,
Brings it
thank
straight
you.
down onto you. And then it's
You're
going to take a
fine.
step to the
Okay.
left, going
I'm good.
with its intentions to hit Hannah
Aw.
next. But it doesn't
God
get
damn
multi
it.
attack because it is slow. Attack.
And dead.
Holy
One
shit,
tap.
man.
God damn it. I was like, I got nothing around me. I don't
could
think
just
that thing's gonna
walk
move
this
towards
path
me.
right
Why
up
did
to
I
the
even
door.
think that? Oh my god. I really don't want to use another turn disengaging, but I think this guy will squish me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I disengage again, I guess.
Okay.
What? Do I
now
get my
you-
full movement?
Yep. It's only
You
if 3 or
plus
more
10.
of the zombies are around you, and you have a plus 10 to your movement speed. So you have 40 feet movement speed right now.
To book it, right?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Close.
Yeah, I'm getting there. And I'll shoot Bardic Inspiration to Carlisle.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed, there's a lot of dudes over there.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot. You don't happen to have a way to get rid of some of those dudes, though.
I don't know.
I think we
but
just
I
need to
believe
get
in
the
you.
door open. And run.
It's my turn.
V.
Okay. I guess since everyone else is doing it, probably the best course here is to disengage and then run, right? So don't take another hit from that ogre.
Yeah, if it was just a little zombies, it'd
Yeah.
be like one,
Yeah, I
but
mean-
that dude's gonna punch you.
I don't know what your health is at right now.
My health is fantastic.
health is good.
I could take a hit. So I could attack the ogre and go and take a hit and be fine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if we're gonna be holding this spot,
right.
if you get adjacent to Carlisle, then I can keep us alive.
Yeah. I'll come do that then. 30, 35. I can move 40 right now. Is that right? Because of the
Plus 10.
his screech.
Barbarians have usually a longer movement, but I don't know if you got that yet. Actually, you probably get that.
I
later.
don't
Sick.
have that yet, but so I thought 45, 10, 30. Okay, so I will move next to Carlisle, like here. Is this
Okay.
good?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And so action disengage. I ran. I'm gonna bite my tongue to maintain rage. Take a
Okay.
point of
Take a
damage.
point of damage.
Yeah. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Desmond.
Seeing this big line of zombies just appear, I have to make a roll real quick.
I believe
good.
in you.
He's fine with doing this. He's going to run straight up to this edge right here and do Tasha's Caustic Brew in a line.
Dude!
How long's the line?
Shit!
30
right?
feet,
It's like
so it'll
30.
affect 6 of them.
20, 20. Okay, 6 of them. What do they have to make?
Shit.
Sick.
It's
Oh,
a
big
dex
Fuck
save.
yes.
Oh, I can tell you they're not very dexterous.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Okay. 10, 6. Nat 20 for I can tell you it's an 18. 1, 16, and 3.
The 20 and the
so-
16 pass.
Number 3 and number 5. Pass. Go ahead and roll the
Okay,
damage.
Fuck it up.
it'll be at the
Desmond.
start of their turn. They take
Mhm.
damage. They're covered
it-
though. Those 4 are covered.
Okay. I will.
Fuck it up.
Okay, start their turn.
Fuck it up, dude.
Number 3 and number
Yeah,
5 are unaffected.
He doesn't want to stand on the edge though, so he'll take 1 attack of op to move 10
Yeah,
feet
maybe
back this way.
Yeah, probably
Get
smart.
those 10 extra.
19.
Thank you. That was stressing me out.
Misses. Okay, cool.
Okay. Carla.
Carlisle is going to attack this one
Okay.
first. 19 to hit
Nice.
for a good old 13 damage.
13 damage. This one drops down to the ground. But it's still alive.
Dead? Or, oh.
Nope, they don't die the first time they die.
Follow up with a second attack for 25
Okay.
Double
That
taps.
hits.
for
And
1 damage.
that one is dead.
Nice.
Cool. I'm going to rotate to here. V doesn't have any temp HP anymore, right?
I actually have 2 temp HP left.
Okay, then I'm gonna hold
Yes.
that unless one of these two doesn't have temp.
Yeah.
HP.
I'm solid. I'll
What
What
and I'll
happened to
take
this
some
dwarf
hits.
boy?
He's about to run.
Okay.
He'll
Hopefully.
be fine. We hope.
Did this guy move away from me? I think it's Swings is making a sound. Guys, my wife laughed at this story. It's fucking.
Dad, I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh, no.
really hungry, so I ran to
Uh-oh.
the house to make 2 PB&Js.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Good
And it's
choice.
so windy outside that on my way
Oh,
back, one of
no.
them blew away. I had to run across the field to get my PBJ back. Like the sandwich took off in the wind.
Like a tumbleweed? Like it was just like.
Not even a
The
tumble, dude. It just
imagery of
went.
that
And
is
it was
so
like,
funny,
I'm
right?
so
No,
hungry,
that is
I
funny.
like went after. I had to like chase it. It was fucking.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry that
God.
is
But
so
Sam-
funny that we have to
Sam-
laugh
she was
anyway.
laughing.
Because of that, I will give you your attack opportunity. Okay.
Oh
you
my
may have missed
God.
you may have missed the PB&J, but you didn't miss this.
Now you gotta hit it. I
Yeah.
believe in
That's
you.
so fucking funny. Oh,
18
18 hits.
for 15 damage, radiant.
15 radiant damage. Okay, yeah, that thing is still pretty on its feet. They're tough.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna use my bonus action to help Andrasa if they do any kind of check on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can also have Sistina help if you don't want to use that, right?
Then,
Right? Isn't that how
I
they
mean,
mean?
I don't want to.
Forgets how familiars work.
Sistina goes after your turn.
Ah, so she can't actually help me.
So I'll do it.
All right. Yeah, please help.
All right. Then on Haned's turn, he's gonna do a disengage. And go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. Wait, no, he has 40 feet. And it's built in. He doesn't have 40 feet from his shout, it's just part of his NPC. So he's gonna rush up here and go, "Get the fucking door open!" And that's all he can really do. He's gonna have to. He'll bite his. He'll do the same as you bite his tongue and then like stick his tongue out towards you, be like, and it's got blood all kind of coming down it
Ew.
to maintain his rage.
Dude's a
He's like
fucking
showing
freak.
you like guys like twins. And you're like,
I mean, we
Same
knew
hat,
Ballbiter
same
was gonna
hat.
be a freak, but like,
yeah,
it was in
we
the name.
did.
V fucking loves this guy. All about it. All about it.
Now the zombie's turn.
Roll a deck save for those 4.
Yeah.
No, they already failed though, didn't they?
Yeah, but now that they take the damage at the start of their turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Okay.
wait, no, I
No,
guess
yeah,
I
they-
could roll a d4.
Yeah, it should just be.
I think they just
should've
take
done
it,
enough to-
right?
Yeah.
Can you post the spell? Because I feel like rolling twice to see if you take damage seems mad. I feel like they should have taken it from the first one.
No, they don't. It's I do read it. They just take the damage, which is fun. For a whole minute, they just take damage unless they are smart enough to
Creep it.
wipe it off.
Okay. What kind of damage is it? Acid? Okay.
Yeah, they'll take 5 acid damage.
5 points of acid damage, half on a success. I'm guessing it's 5. It's just, I'll tell you right now, they all have 6 health, so it's just under their health. Otherwise, you'd be wiping the floor with a bunch of them.
Do they actually roll again though? I think they just
No, they
take
don't.
it.
Yeah, they just take
Yeah,
it
they
from
just-
now on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that these ones are now up for the next round.
Ah, got it.
So these ones are gonna start pulling in here, to here, to here. I'll move them before attacking here, to here.
Good
Now we'll move
lord.
15.
Yeah, they have 20 feet of movement speed because they're not.
Oh,
God damn it.
fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good eyes though.
To here, to here, to
Oh
here,
no.
to here. All right, I'm gonna go from the top to the bottom.
Oh my
Doing these ones
God.
first.
Okay, we're fine.
Okay. Against you, Desmond, 1 slam, 15. Next one goes against you as well, 21.
Yeah.
1 point of damage. Next one against Carlisle, 18.
Hits.
1 point of bludgeoning damage. Next one against V, 16.
Hits.
1 point of bludgeoning damage. 10 misses you. 15 against Tack.
Yep.
1 point of bludgeoning damage. 6 misses you.
Mhm.
Unnatural 20. 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Against you, Tack. These 3 all around Dallin. 6. A 22 for 1. A 14. His AC is 14. He takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And then there's a bunch more below. And they are going to start going towards the closest target, which happens to be him. So he gets
No,
2 more come
no.
around him. As he's getting swarmed by them.
You're fine, buddy.
Unnatural 20 and a 9. He takes 1 more point of damage. As they just start grabbing and pulling it and yanking at his bones. And then these ones down here start going towards Morgaine. Like this. 20. 20. It's going to be up to here. Up to here. I think that's all of them. 4 attacks against you, but they're all at disadvantage. 7, 9, 13, and 5. They will just start trying to strike you, but the light around
knew
you and
there'd
this
be
kind
a
of protection's
5.
pushing them away. It's always a 5, apparently. That's the zombies. Morgan, on your turn, do you still have the movement speed?
I have the tack one. I don't have the barbarian.
Yeah,
Was
the
that for one turn, right? The
Yeah,
barbarian.
Yeah,
just
that's
into the
one turn,
any
yeah.
extent.
So I have 40 right now.
You now have 20. You've got 4 around you.
Okay. I'll step through. 5, 10, 15, 20.
You're taking the attacks of opportunity? Okay.
Mm-hmm. All at disadvantage.
1. And all 4 miss. You just see them all just swinging and trying to grab you, grabbing hold of nothing, pulling away from this light that is burning at their hands. All right, yeah, you pull away. You would have stepped
Can
through
I
the ogre's one as well.
Yes, I did.
Okay. That one does have also disadvantage because it is undead. 18.
Shield.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why my rolls are so broken, but it goes, just hits against the shield is the only one that was going to hit you, misses. Okay.
Can I spend my action to shove him?
Yeah. You can grab hold of him and shove him. I mean, technically, yeah, I'm totally down for that. Where do you want to shove him to?
Yeah, Morgaine will grab him by the cape right before he gets overwhelmed and shove him into this space.
Very smart.
Oh,
Okay.
that gives
Just
him
throw him away
and,
from the others. Yeah.
Yeah, and she'll say, "Get to the others,"
You're not
and that will be my turn.
or do that.
Oh, buddy.
And Drossy.
Tries to open door. Do I need to
So-
check? Is this something?
Give me, upon the door as you get close up on it, when you get closer to an inspection, you have 2 means of opening this door. There seems to be a script on it that you can use an Arcana check to see what is the kind of essentially what you have to do to shift it. That is a higher DC. Well, actually, they're both pretty high DCs. The other thing you can do is straight up athletics, pull this motherfucker apart, and try and hold it there for everyone to get through.
God.
I assume which one you're going
On
to
the
do.
one that you will do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'll try the Arcana check because I have a -1 to strength.
Okay.
So, let's just pray for that. Do I get to add my thing, my magical?
No, you do
lore?
not. It is not historical.
All right.
It's a
I
straight
know
up.
I'm just gonna ask every time.
No, I don't blame you.
25.
Is the DC. You
Yes.
run your hands
shit.
down
Sorry.
and merge around and kind of start kind of pressing to get the symbols, trying to use some logic. Also, maybe using the fact that some of them don't have as much dirt on them. People must have got through here before. And you press one of the symbols. You drag down 2 beams of light, and you see the door go, and it's opened
Nice.
10 feet wide. The door.
Poof.
I very stupidly ended my map at this point. So you just have to.
Okay.
You can put yourselves over towards like the right side of the map if you want to say you go through,
Okay.
and we'll just say how far you go through. Basically, you're just holding on the other side. It's just the hallway on the other side.
I will shout back, "It's open!" And then I will go through, and I will have Sestina go through as well.
Okay. On the other side is the same kind of symbol, allowing you to lock it from the other side as well.
Okay.
All right. Dallon's turn. He's only next to 2. He's going to take the disengage action. And go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he makes it through. He just rushes
You
straight.
saved his ass.
Yeah, he would have started
For
with
real.
Buddy.
5 feet of movement. He
Oh,
would have
buddy.
Now I'm fucked.
Yeah, now it's just Morgaine that's fucked. Great.
Oh my god, stop!
Holy shit, dude.
What the fuck is this? It's okay. The door's open. You just need to get the fuck out.
Please.
I think there's more coming
up. The door is open, I said.
the same corner.
They go
Fuck
before
off.
me, dude. I'm not getting that.
I don't even have to mention door yet because we're
Oh.
babies.
8 more climb
Bad.
up from the side. I rolled a D8 and a
Woof,
D4 to
woof.
see which corner they come from. It's a D1 and a D8 2 times in a row.
God.
Well, I mean,
Zero.
good news is, as long as we form a wall here, we can't get too slowed on this side.
True.
True.
The skeleton.
If you stay there,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, they only go. No, they have 30.
And Drassa closes the door and locks it when she sees all the extra zombies go.
These guys are going to take their bows towards Morgane's the closest target. 17 and a 5. I mean, you've got shield on.
I'm shielded currently, yeah, so I have 22 AC.
You're good. Okay.
Thank God.
The ogre. You see him go. How smart is he? Let's see. No,
Nah,
still dumb. He
he's
just
an
goes.
ogre and dead.
Let's go, dude.
Pushes past, and he's going to go in for a swing against you. Disadvantage again. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, because you
Morgan
shielded
parries
against her.
the swing.
Attack.
Come on, Tack.
Yeah, Tack's gonna try to get the fuck out of here, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop, boop. Assuming I can go that far. 15, yeah.
How close?
Yeah,
Where were you? Were you here?
I
You
was
had 15.
here.
Yep.
Boop. Can I get out the door then, or am I just at the door?
That's out the door.
Okay.
I assume you're disengaging.
No, I was not.
Okay.
Can you dash if
you
you
can
don't
dash as your action if
disengage?
you don't disengage, yes.
And then get through?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, then it's 3 no more attacks. 14,
Yep.
Okay.
22, and 19.
I'll hit. Okay.
3 points of bludgeoning damage. You just push through, just
Boop,
getting
boop, boop.
striked by all of them. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Later, guys.
See ya.
V.
V's gonna look to Carlisle for guidance. She's not sure if she should stay or go. Stay and make sure people can get through.
Carlisle looks like he's more focused right now past you at finding a way to get more game.
Okay.
I've got a plan to do that.
Okay.
I think he's too fixated on that to give you much more direction.
Okay. If I go, what does that do? They're gonna surround
Currently,
you, right?
you've lost 20 feet of movement, so you only have 20 feet.
Yeah, I would probably just dash and take the hits if I was gonna go through the door.
Yeah,
But-
presumably, right? They would move up. Excuse me.
Yeah, they might block. I'm worried they'll block Morgane's way if I. I think I'm gonna stay. I think I'll stay for now. Maybe hold an action.
What action do you want to hold?
If Morgane makes it through the door, I don't know if they can in this turn.
They're
next
before me
turn.
in turn order.
To be clear, I have
I'm gonna be
a
real,
way
dude. They're
to
before me
get-
in turn order.
You have a way to
getting-
get Morgane
I
through.
have a big way to get Morgane out on my.
Okay. As in, like, you think Morgane can get through
As
the
in,
door
I
on this
think I can
turn?
get them all the way out the door on my.
Damn.
Okay, then I'll hold an action on that condition that when it is Morgane is getting through the door, I will also dash
You
through the
dash.
door, take hits and dash. Yeah,
Okay.
Smart.
I'll stay here for now just to keep them occupied on me.
Desmond.
Big brain.
I gotta make a roll. Okay. Sing.
What Desmond is like on fire.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dice has been killing it today. Sing, V, and Carlisle holding line. Desmond's gonna back up once, take 2 attacks of op, but he's going to stay here to keep the path obstructed
Hell yeah.
from them.
Very
17,
smart.
10 don't hit.
Cool.
Nice.
And he will also hold his action to dash through if Morgane gets through.
Okay.
Awesome.
Carlisle.
Wait, is someone gonna tell Henid to do that?
He knows.
He'll just go through. No, I know. I'm kidding.
Oh, you mean.
So-
Yeah.
he just
What
turns
I'm
around
going
like.
to do. So to be clear with the zombie slow, that's at the start of my turn if I'm within reach of 3
Yes.
of them, right?
So right now,
Okay.
you don't have any slowed because you're only reaching 2.
I am going to use my bonus action to dash to Morgane.
Okay.
Carlisle's going to push through the group, and he's going to grab your shoulder, and I'm going to use
So
one
you are
of my
taking the attacks
field-
of opportunity, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to take those attacks of opportunity.
1, 2, 3, 4, because there are 4 in the way. 5, 21, 5, 15. A lot of 5s.
Okay, so I take 1 damage.
1 damage. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my field medic ability, but I can carry you to grapple with my action.
Nice, dude.
Holy.
Holy
grapple
shit.
Which they can let me grapple them. I get to retain my full movement speed as well as.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
1d6.
amazing.
Awesome.
So
Yes, you do.
I'm going
That's
to
sick.
gain.
Holy shit.
Let's see.
That is
I'm gonna gain
thematically
6
amazing.
AC on top of my 16.
Jesus.
Fuck yeah, dude. Okay.
God
And I'm
damn.
going to drag Morgaine out the door with Carla.
Amazing.
Fucking awesome use of it. Just pushing through all these zombies, taking a couple of hits, and then just grab, lift, and then move like fucking fireman lifting, just running straight through the door.
Amazing.
Morgaine, you'd be with.
Does that trigger Desmond and I's
That
action?
would, yeah.
Yep.
So we
you guys
also
both dash through.
Perfect.
had to leave my
And the
turret.
last person inside, Hennig, just turns and goes, "Aye!" and then dives straight through. Close the fucking doors! The zombies are just going, coming towards it.
Can I like
Oh
tell
my
him how to
God.
close it because I don't have an action yet?
Sure, yeah, you can, and
Hit it right there.
slams his fist in it. The door, as the zombies go, crushes one of their arms through, goes, moves a little bit, and then end of encounter.
Amazing.
Jesus.
Chef's kiss.
Very, very well played. Because I can tell you right now, the extra bit of that was, if you were surrounded by them, they reduce your movement speed to 0. You're restrained for the duration, so it would have been.
Oh,
Cool.
not just down, but restrained.
When I went through the door, Sam sent me a message like, "You've just killed me."
That's
That's so fucking funny.
misleading. Totally misleading. I said
You just
may-
laughed at my
you may-
PJ misery, and now you've
Yeah,
killed me in
you may
DMC.
have
to
killed me.
injury.
Like, oh my god, the heart
Oh my God.
palpitations.
It was
Like, you
true.
were my one way out. They're gonna surround me, and I'm gonna die. I was like, no.
With the dead behind you, you would see that a hallway continues leading on, quieter like the original ones. There's the runic walls beside you kind of emanate a very soft glow in this hallway, enough that it becomes dimmer light. At least it's not pitch darkness. Allowing you kind of see the symbols in front of you if you have no dark vision, and those with dark vision feel like it's bright in here. And it carries on for a little while, the hallway. Again, further on past your dark vision goes. But a long enough walk for you to travel freely from the sounds of the undead behind. Is there anything you want to do before you continue? If there's any short rest time, this would probably be the time to short rest if you'd want.
How's everyone's HP?
I'm only missing 3.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
missing
missing.
I'm
one.
good.
I'm missing 7.
I should
Okay.
probably rest if I
I
Yeah,
can
you
do
can
the
use
short
a
rest.
dice.
Short
to
rest, yeah.
Recover.
Short rest would
slots.
be good.
Yeah.
I
Let's do it.
can't get Bardic Inspo back with short rest, right? It has to be a long rest.
Not yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of I'll do the new warlock thing, the
Oh, the
what's it
speedy one.
called? Yeah, is it Awakened Mind? No, Magical Cunning. Yeah. I can perform a rite for 1 minute, at which I regain half of my spell slots rounded up.
Oh,
Well, if you take a short rest, you get all of them
Nice.
back, right? Because you're a warlock.
Oh, are we short resting? Okay.
Yeah.
I think
That's
so.
over then.
Mm-hmm. So
And
you'd be able
Morgaine
to-
would like turn to Carlisle and like clasp his forearm. Thank you for your help. I wasn't quite sure where the door was.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Is everyone okay?
Dallin nods his head towards you, Morgaine. You saved my life as well. I won't forget that.
We're a team.
I'm gonna like just look around and see if our new friend is like
Hmm.
lurking about.
Not in
about
here.
to talk to us at all. All right.
Mm.
Well,
You can spend your hour in here just resting up against the walls. The bridge of bones behind you, with only the way forward. You spend your short rest. Go ahead and roll your hit die or restore anything as you kind of regain your breath. Let the adrenaline fade and calm yourselves so you're ready for the next portion. And then when you're ready, we'll press on.
I'm gonna use that hour to make a new turret and also attune it to the ring again, since
Okay.
I had to leave mine behind. That's
Yeah.
my
Nice.
last trap I can make though until we long rest. So
Yeah. I'll hit die one time, and then I'm gonna cast Force Life on myself.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything special? Or
Who all has temp HP right now?
I have 1 temp HP.
I have 8. I'm good.
not me.
not
Andrasa, Carlisle, and Desmond do not have any, I don't think.
Yeah, I got chunked pretty bad compared to.
I mean, you did, right?
Okay, I think I'm gonna cast aid.
Oh,
I'll give it to Carlisle, Desmond, and Andrasa.
Thank you, dear.
So you get your hit point max and current hit points increased by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
okay. She'll
I
say.
think during the short rest, I think Andrasa is going to try to, in the dim light, write down as much as she can about what the Dragonborn said, take a look at the notes again, see if there's any more clues, but I feel like we have a pretty good picture of...
Those notes
What's
only
going
got
on?
you through the door.
Yeah.
They were abandoned at the doorway, so
Yeah.
they don't really give any more information. But yeah, you can kind of reminisce on it. But she didn't get it past the bridge. You're further than she made it, and maybe a lot of others that were part of that group.
And we mean like the speculation of like, you know, what was going, like all of their notes that were speculating, like who was in there or whatever. But of course, now we talk to the dude, and she's just kind of making her own notes.
Then, when your hour's done, you'd pass on by through the hall, continuing your way down, or forward. You already descended a partial point of the dungeon, and you carried on going until you come across another room. But this one is different. The room itself, and I will bring you to a map in a second, is one with kind of a more tiled floor. You can see 2 chasms in the corner that fall off away from the room. There are 4 pillars standing tall in the room. In the center is a staircase leading down to a pile of bones with a larger skeleton head, a skull, kind of just set there on a plinth. 3 doorways, one to your left, one in front, and one to the right. In the corner to the left, you can see the remnants of a camp. Several bedrolls with blood on them. To your right, in the similar kind of portion of the camp, is more forward a larger red skull with 3 missing kind of eye pieces on it, empty. On the ground, almost like cracklings of lightning going towards the left and the front door. They're green in nature. Morgan, you sense an element of kind of necrotic energy coming off of them. Whereas one of them feels more dormant and is a bluish color going to the right door. For the sake of helping you with visuals, I made this into a map. So I will move you there.
Yay! Thank you.
Thanks.
That is absolutely a-okay. Let me bring you here.
Love a puzzle room.
Ooh.
So
It's
this,
pretty.
Okay.
as you enter in, and I'll bring you guys.
It is a really large skull.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Damn.
very large. I was like, meh.
And then I will put them onto the board as well. Where are the hirelings? There they are.
Excuse me.
Dallin and Henid also on the board with you.
Do we need to put ourselves on?
I put you on. You should see. Oh, you probably don't see your cat. If you want to do your one, I'll do your thing again. Because I think everyone else can see.
Yeah.
Up here. Version on 30 feet and right down. Do you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
You see the flits of light come around you as the satyr appears. But this time, he looks as if he is a bit more gaunt. His hair no longer stops at his waistline like a satyr. It comes all the way up, further up his body. Around to just underneath his chin and around his neck. You see the bristles of the kind of thorns around him. His face looks a little bit thinner, and his horns are twisting, and the cracks are larger across them. He looks at you, kind of in his ethereal form, just kind of flitting around you. I don't have an image for him right now, in this room. I see you made it through. Good. Few of the others did. Three doors has this room. 3 ways to go. He gestures to the bottom kind of corner. Three warnings. 3 answers to be found. They camped near them, the last group. I can't say which door they went through, nor which one you should travel through. There are secrets here, many secrets that none have found. Not even the last. Few travelers through this, but they are closer to me than you are. Would you like to see them?
Please.
He lets the fog peer around the room. It immediately comes into him, laughing, taunting Alluvian and his people. How few of you remain? He says to the 12 in this room. Alluvian ignores him. The whole time, the lady, Whisper, is staring at you, watching the light. You would see them dragging a couple of their wounded over towards the bedrolls in the bottom left. A couple others trying to help those ones. Moments later, one of the followers, as they're reading these kind of plaques in the bottom left corner, 3 of them, one of the followers steps up to do the answer. You see them moving towards the pillars, shifting them, but you don't see what's on the pillars. They step down towards the skull. This half-orc places their arms into the eye sockets of the skull in the center of the room and presses on something. Before screaming in agony, pulling his arms out, and you just see the skin and bone pulls off. The blood torn from him, turned to ink as it pours through his hands. He pulls back. They drag him over towards the injured section. Alluvian shaking his head. Carmen says, "Okay, you." Alluvian holds. Think clearer. The ogres are arguing. And the leader of them, the female ogre, steps forward. The boys went through that door. We believe there's treasure. She points to the one on the left. We owe treasure, or we're gonna start taking you apart. Carmen says, "You dare." Alluvian hushes her. We'll get you through that door. The memory shifts and fades. The door on the left is open, and the ogres 3 walk in there. The door closing behind them. The other 9 who remain, 3 injured, 6 fine, stand there watching. They move and shift between the pillars, and it shifts and fades again. Until finally you see the front door is open. The door straight ahead of you. He nods his head. No other should take what is mine. Destroy the plaque, and be at my side. Olivia walks straight ahead through the door. Carmen looks at the others. Do as he says. They go and they start smashing across the plaque, scraping away any words that were on it. You can't really see in this memory because the satyr can't depict it himself. You see they damage it. Leave the wounded. We'll carry on. They move through the door. The memory fades and leaves you in this room with the knowledge that they went through the left and the front door. The right door was never opened.
Well, the gamer in me wants to see what's in the right door.
I know,
it's not
dude.
opened. All right. So we saw them destroy some plaques.
1 plaque.
1 plaque. And there's 12. I guess we'll...
No.
I don't know. Andros... No.
There's 4 pillars, 3 plaques.
4 pillars, 3 plaques. Okay, I'll look at the plaques.
The plaques are in the bottom left corner.
Plaques.
Okay.
Okay.
Going down toward them. You would see each one has a symbol that indicates the direction.
Okay.
The one to the top door is dented, destroyed, and the words illegible. The only word at the bottom is mentioned, or words that you can read are, and to thee who wish to free him, death follow.
Hmm.
The plaque that leads to the left door has these words. Mortals who oft take without giving, forewarnings I gift to thee. Those without honor, justice, shackle await. Those without shame, fall far from the sun. Those without guilt, temper your sin. And those who escape, leave only ash behind. I'll post these for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The top door one, I will show you here.
Excuse me.
Do we know why they believed that there was gold behind that door? So the ogres were like, there's treasure. We're out treasure. Do we know why they said that?
You can do a wisdom check.
Hmm.
There's like a giant sack of like gold emblazoned on the door.
Looks at
It's
door with
this
big
must
bag.
be the treasure room. Yeah.
What is that?
And
Oh,
the
the
final
money's
one
in here.
to the right
9.
door. 9, who knows?
Okay.
Up to your own interpretation. The one on the right door says, once I was more, and now I am but one purpose, end to all.
Hmm.
The pillars, because they stand in front of you. The 4 pillars have 6 symbols on them. Each has the same 6 symbols. The 6 symbols: a bird lying on its back, injured or dying or bleeding out. A shattered blade. A burnt, smouldering tree branch. A broken chain. A tombstone with a skull upon dirt in front of it. And a wilted flower. These 6 symbols appear on each of the pillars. Currently, the 4 facing the middle and the ones which do face the middle light up. They gleam and glow.
Mm.
The current 4 that are facing the middle are a burnt branch, a wilted flower, a broken chain, and tombstone with the skull.
Sorry, can you say those again?
I'll paste them to you. So the 4
Do these
current
symbols
ones
mean
facing-
anything to us?
Another wisdom check. You can do intelligence if you like, but wisdom's probably going to be
Nat 20.
God damn.
Oh, well then I guess I won't.
There it is.
These are
Would
all
it maybe
things.
get us something different?
No, this is the best
Okay, then.
information you're going to get. Unless you give me a specific example of what you would want to decipher. These are all things that are dying or dead in their own means.
Mm.
These are all symbols of death. Or the end.
Okay.
Now, you can look around and configure amongst yourselves. There is also the option of doing clues, and based on what kind of clue you're looking for and kind of what you need, you can roll for different things. But
Can I ask our new friend something?
you see him flit and appear like next to you.
Do you remember much about before being here?
I remember much. I remember all. Before he put me here.
Why did he put you here?
For serving one that he hunted. Serving him well.
And what of your siblings?
Oh, I'm an only child.
Okay.
Curious. What do you mean by that?
Speak your name.
Silas.
Why is that name familiar?
Mm.
This was once my realm. When I ruled over mortal kind. My
What did you say his name was?
Can you spell it really
Corsilus.
quick?
Corsilus. Corsilus.
Thank you.
Oh.
I was a god to a few. Myself and my Minotaur entourage. And then when he took my realm from me here, he twisted and turned it into his vault. Hid things away that none have ever found, including me. None have made it that far. You've got farther than most. There's still dangers that lie in here. Dangers to come. Not even I know what he's hidden in this realm. But he spent a long time here until he didn't.
He didn't say who he served, did he?
I was literally about to ask.
Yeah. Who did you serve?
The ones whose name you wrote to enter this place.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I was Corsilas the Ever-Dreamer.
Mm,
How's his voice? His chosen?
I see. Okay.
Which one do you say? If mortals serve those. Do you serve death? Order?
Many of us serve nothing.
Nothing.
Our own selves.
Ugh. Would seem the
I
time.
serve justice.
Now, this one I am familiar with. You reek of nightmares.
I assume not of your doing.
No. Not from within here. Those who came before you missed things here. Found things they did not want. And are still looking. I can't give you the answers here. But I can tell you that those who spend, or those of a keen mind, will do very well.
Have the runes been explained to Morgaine? Like in character?
I think, yeah.
I think we'd pass along everything
Mhm.
visually, all the words, everything.
Okay. Morgaine will mull over it for a moment, and then we'll share this. I'll just post it to the group.
Oh.
I believe these symbols correspond to each door, with these 4 corresponding to that door, based on the riddle.
Right. Have I seen any of these symbols throughout the...
No. This is the
They're on
first time they
they're on the
appear.
pillars.
They're all on the pillars, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I just meant like previously in the thing. Sorry, my dog is having a
That's okay.
food moment, BRB.
Can we change the symbols on the pillars?
We can rotate them,
I believe we
right?
can rotate them.
They can be rotated.
Find the
Yeah.
tombstone and rotate it to the shattered blade.
Oh, no, they face towards the skull, sorry. All, 4 of the pillars can all be turned so that one side is gleaming and glowing towards the skull.
Yeah.
So we could turn away others and have one of them facing the skull for the ones that
No.
you think.
All
Or sorry.
Each door will have 4 pillars that open it.
Oh,
All
okay.
4
got
pillars
it.
will have a symbol
So-
combination. Sometimes it can be
Morgaine
more than
wants-
one
okay.
symbol.
I gotcha.
Morgaine
I
wants
see, I
3
see.
pillars to remain the same, and the tombstone pillar to be changed to the shattered blade.
Okay.
So it would be the burnt branch, the wilted flower, the broken chain, and the shattered blade.
Also, question.
Mm-hmm.
When we saw the vision, can I remember what they did to the pillars that made it work?
Nope.
Can I remember what orientation?
Not at all. Because
I
he didn't
see.
remember.
Okay.
He can't
Mhm.
see that. Everything that they did was
Hmm.
blurry.
Okay.
Okay, does anything happen?
So which
when
one are you putting towards the door, sir?
The 4 that I'm having face the skull
Mhm.
are the burnt branch, the wilted flower, the broken chain, and the shattered blade.
Okay.
If I'm right, that opens the door on the left.
How do you open it though? They glow. But something more must be done. You saw
We
it in
saw
the memory.
Duder put things in the eyeballs, right?
His arms.
But not when the ogres.
You only
they
saw
didn't do that when the ogres
you
went
saw the
through,
door
right?
opened with the ogres already.
Yeah, already opened.
Can we inspect the skull?
You can. Investigation check.
Nope. It's a nat one.
Trying to look across.
I'll
you don't
try.
find
Someone
anything
else.
interesting.
See if I can see anything. Looking at 15.
15 would show you in the eye sockets. There's 2 kind of switches at the back. Put both your arms all the way in
Oh.
to press them.
Oh my god.
Do we
And then
see
Not
that?
the saw trap.
In the memory, one of his arms turned to ink, right?
Both.
Or
He
whatever.
lost both of his arms.
Both.
Do we
And no
do we
door
see
open.
the lights like on the ground? Do we see that
Yep.
that green and the
Mhm.
blue?
The blue one indicates that door has not been opened ever. And the green ones that it has.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess as long as the symbols are correct, when you hit the switches, your arms are fine. But if the symbols are
Yeah.
wrong, you get fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
And each of the doors will
Oh my
take
gosh.
4 symbols facing it. You can use the same symbol more than once.
Right. Okay. Jeez Louise.
Pretty sure it's right.
I think your first guesses are right for sure with the 4 to the left door.
They're
So we could-
just like, are they the switches like just buttons? Are they something that has to be grabbed?
It seems to almost like be handles that you grab and twist.
Wait, you said there's another
Um,
skull.
The
In the
bottom right
room?
on the map.
Can I'd like to
Oh.
go look at that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh my
just try
God.
to
I guess we could walk around, huh?
investigation check.
Yeah.
Can I have? I'll have Sestina help me.
Sure.
Sorry. 21.
21. You see instead of the bottom left corner being an open space, this one seems to be kind of this jutting forward wall and a great red skull. It's not attached to the skull in the middle in any way. You see 3 kind of sockets in its eyes, which are completely empty, but they don't go back far. It's like an inch. It's kind of like a hollowed out circle. Otherwise, it's just a great skull on the wall. You can push for clues, but again, it can evolve the time.
This feels like a good one to use clues on if there's a chance someone's
Can
gonna
I-
have some hints.
Yeah.
We
If
should
I
save the
try
clues for the last door, though. I'm pretty confident this is right.
If I try for a clue, can I use my Sage feature that allows me to research it twice as fast if I do a DC 10 int check?
I'll say so, yeah.
Okay.
I will narrow the time down. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, we can do that if we want a clue. Or we just try and see who sticks their hands in.
I mean, if we'd like to try and go through as many doors as possible, Sam's
Yeah.
right. We have the least amount of information about the door that hasn't been
More
Did we
game
opened.
sticks or hands in.
Oh,
Okay. And you pull the switches?
Yeah.
You take 13 points of necrotic damage as you feel your hands start to kind of blister and rot away. Something about what you did was wrong. And you pull your hands out and you can see some of the rot on them.
Right.
Did we explore by the beds already? The stuff over there, those looks like
I
there's...
would
I don't think so. I wanted to
Didn't?
look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Go and do an investigation check over there.
My
a
investigation
general
is
looting if you want as well.
suck, but I can assist someone.
I mean, I can go look if you call me over.
Yeah. I had to call Androssa over and go over to
What
the...
are you looking at? Just kidding. She'll know.
Maybe something here, like before in the
Right.
tent.
Cool. Let's see what we see. 20?
20. You would find, obviously in their packs, you would find elixirs. Now, this is me kind of basically taking this from BG because I really like the mechanic.
Hey.
Elixirs, if you take them back, they last until the end of your long rest. So you have an elixir of necrotic resistance in there, and an elixir of regeneration, which gives you 1 HP every 6 seconds.
Damn.
Nice.
So they've left them in
Cool.
there.
Cool. Okay.
With the
I
20 as
will-
well, you'd find at the bottom of the pack, hidden away beneath clothing and like trying to hide it away, are 3 stolen kind of illegible tablets, which will probably be worth some money. They don't have any kind of special things on them, but they seem to be stolen from this place. The person was probably looking to get some money. Don't know how much money, but it could be a worthy sum. 3 of these tablets of just kind of illegible text.
I think
But otherwise, you don't find any clues.
I'll
Damn.
kind of
Okay.
say to give the elixirs to Carlisle. Well, I don't need this one, she says as she hands over the necrotic resistance. The other one might be, I don't know, you're better suited to tell who should get what on that front.
All right, I'll take a look.
We came in from the bottom, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay.
Do we think maybe? Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Do you think maybe those without shame fall far from the sun as the bird instead of the flower?
Maybe. Those are that shape fall far because it's no longer able to fly, falling far from the sun. Those without guilt temper your sin. Those who escape leave only ash behind.
Temper has got to be the blade. That definitely, just as shackle as the broken chain. I think those are both definitely right. Leaving only ash, the tree branch makes sense. So I think the flower might be the bird instead. We could try that.
Maybe so. Yeah. I'll take an HP hit. I can do it this
Okay,
time.
hear me out though.
Oh, what's up?
I can false life whenever I want, which gives me 8 temp health. So if I took the necrotic potion, the elixir,
Yeah. You
I
could just keep doing this.
could just keep doing it over and over.
This
Let's just do that then.
I would
That
take,
sounds
Sure.
good to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fucking go for it.
Yeah, swig that shit.
Alright. Morgaine will
Morgaine.
drink the elixir.
You feel the kind of resistance go through your body becomes more resilient against necrotic damage.
And after
I'll change the flower to the
30
bird.
seconds to a minute of meditation, she would approach the skull again.
Okay. What symbol have you changed?
I've changed the wilted flower to the fallen bird.
Okay.
Or the dying bird. The dead bird. The bird.
The bird.
Injured.
The bird. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it, Joe.
Okay. You stick your hands in there. You twist. The 4 light up. And you feel a sensation to your left as the door to the left
Good
opens.
job. Good job, Josh.
4 ogres rush you immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it. They're like, finally, the door's open.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
go back
stood
in there.
Scraping at the back of the door
Oh.
are 2
Oh my god.
ogres which have been warped by magic. Their
Warped?
tongues lolling out.
No!
You see these great
course.
kind of ogres go push out.
What?
We should end there tonight Because I imagine we're at the
Probably.
4-hour mark. We can't do another combat because we'll dive into it. So
God
we'll end
damn it.
with these two ogres entering into this room.
GG, everybody.
And we'll
We figured
pick
out
up
a
with fight
puzzle.
next week.
That's good.
Our
You did,
reward
yeah.
is battle.
Gotta fight 2 ogres.
Always,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yes, yes.
Good job. You used your brains. Now combat.
I mean, hey, and maybe treasure.
Better be.
I'll give you a free wisdom thing. The reason they thought there was treasure behind this because it was all about thieves, mortals who oft take without giving. So they were assuming that it was some things in there that you shouldn't be taking. So we'll pick up there next week because there is several more things to be found. You have to get through the other 2 doors and work out that portion. And then there's another portion of this dungeon still to go. I imagine it would probably a longer session next week, and we'd probably finish it all up before Christmas.
Yay.
But
Did a beep just happen in someone's house?
It might be mine.
So.
no,
Oh,
I didn't even hear it.
I just heard a beep. Sam, did you hear a beep?
Nope.
We're in the same house. Okay. So I'm
Uh,
sure it's fine.
Probably. But thank you everyone for playing. Thanks for diving into the session and really well done with the undead. You guys worked out pretty quickly and the puzzles. There's some very cool stuff to be found here for the willing and the clever, and lots of lore and stuff to come. So we'll come back to that next week. Next week will be our final episode before Christmas. We'll take 2 weeks off after that. The 24th and the 31st, and then we'll come back on the 7th, I think it is, or 6th or 7th. The 7th, yeah. We'll come back on the 7th after that. So, thanks everyone for coming out. Let's go ahead and do some shout outs, and I'll let you all get going. Let's start with Dodger.
Oh my gosh, it's me. Hello, everybody. I'm Dodger. You can I never start. You can find me a Dex bonus on pretty much everything. And I have a coffee company. And you should check it out. We've got a winter seasonal roast called Kittens Mittens. Boop.
Yeah.
It's adorable and
cute.
delicious. But yeah, otherwise, come hang out. I stream almost every day.
Wicked. Sam.
Hey, I'm stripping.
Hey, he is stripping. Check him out. Tomorrow.
Thanks.
Just say your
That
name.
is-
Just say your damn name. Just say, at least say your damn name.
The momentum.
Just say the word
head
tomorrow out
always.
loud.
It's almost Christmas, man.
Say Tom.
Yeah,
Just
split
say
the
Tom.
2 of them up.
T. Just say T.
Mm-mm.
God damn it, Bree.
I am
I
Brewbine.
yelled at Bree about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
what the
pissed.
fuck?
God damn.
It's not my fault. I don't know what I'm playing. I don't know.
Shay?
Hey, I know what I'm playing. I'm gonna play Fortnite Rock Band after
Nice.
this, and it's gonna be so
Alright.
much fun.
That's a
Yeah,
thing
Fortnite
now as
just came
well.
out with a Rock Band
It
mode.
is.
They
It's
They dropped
Thanks.
3 massive things all at once.
yeah, Epic Games owns Harmonix, so they were like, why not use them?
Oh, smart.
So they
That's
made.
awesome.
So you're
Rock
going live
Band
stream after
for
this with some
Fortnite.
Rocky Band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it like all the
Fortnite.
same songs and shit?
No, the song list is so small and it sucks. But
Oh.
I'm still playing it.
Still sounds fun.
I love rock band.
OG.
Hello, I'm OLG. Sometimes I tweet stuff or blue sky stuff or whatever. Sometimes I stream stuff. I don't know. Check it out. Shout out to my dog who's trying her hardest to like be chill in the other room and it's not really working.
Oh, Baba.
I know. Old age is tough. Don't do it.
Joe Fudge, you can find me here. There's a Patreon if you want to see behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to upload some things for it tonight, straight after D&D. So go check it out. Otherwise, please follow all these wonderful people. Check them out during the week. And we'll be back next week for the final episode 13, by the way.
It's the big one.
Spooky, and it's
It's
also
the
the big one.
Sam?
What's
Sam's
Sam
going
gonna
to
do?
pull off
Sam's
something
big day.
crazy.
What?
You don't remember. He doesn't remember.
Joe.
Don't
so
force
sorry.
him in
Joe
because that
said.
way he'll have a natural epic
shit.
Oh
moment.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, the prophecy. I remember the prophecy.
Yeah,
Yes.
the prophecy must come true.
Yes.
It's a fitting episode. I didn't plan for that ahead. So, we'll see you then next week. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming out, and we'll catch you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.